ladies and gentlemen. We build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcast. Killah Priest Podcast.
You a fan, you a fan, you a fan.
Come in if y'all a fan, you a fan, you a fan. Come on in. Yo. Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. We here live. Come into the show if you a fan, if you a fan, you a fan.
That's right.
Yeah, what up, man? We're sitting up there. What's good, man?
What's up?
Yo, man, you know who really big and set? My man AD.
Hey.
You know who regular big and set? My man Solomon G.
Hey, what's up? What's good, y'all?
What up with Dave Free? Yo, man. Yo, welcome to another episode of Killah Priest Podcraft. We are here. I am your host, Killah Priest with the most. I'm here to do a toast. Shout out. Running the rock is none other than AD Dizzle.
Yeah. What's good? Welcome back.
Oh, man. Y'all know him. He's no actor. This is not a film. His name is Solo Gems.
What's good, y'all? Peace, good. Do your thing, man. Live your life.
Live your life, man. We're going to have a great show tonight. Shout out to the Podcraft, everybody up in the craft room and the craft board. Fill up B, what's up, my brother from another mother. Ben Frank in the building. All the mods. What we say over here? We call them the craft. We got the craft board, and I've been doing great. And the Rocketeers. We have so much stuff going. Shout out to my man Dave Flores. We got something coming that's going to be incredible. Shout out to my man Purpose. We got music coming out of it, man. How James Brown said it. It's so much magic coming out of his ears.
That's real.
Michael Jackson, come to the stage. Come to the stage, no doubt, man. But Mike's not here, but rest in peace to the king. Michael Jackson. Prince, Kings, all the kings, man.
Yeah,
Marvin
right.
Gaye, all the ones who left, and they left us something here to make love to, and music to dance to, and just, ooh, you know what I mean?
That's real.
I know.
Yeah, that's real.
What up, Solo James?
What's good? What's good? I feel good. I'm all right. I mean, have a blessed day to everybody. Happy July, I guess. You know what I mean? This is a new month. Yeah, man. Like, I'm feeling good. I feel I'm in a good space with myself. I'm in a good space with my heart, and that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What up with you, AD?
Chilling like a villain.
Okay. Yeah, man. If y'all a fan, come on through and listen up, man. Let's come on in. We got a good show lined up, man. My man Vinny is gonna come through, and he got man. What's the name of the podcast? I mean the podcast, AD.
Oh, hold up. I gotta look it up.
Yeah. And while he doing that, we're gonna go through a whole bunch of stuff that we got lined up, man. This summer, how is everybody feeling this summer?
I feel good. I mean, I'm in a good space. I'm enjoying it. The sun's shining. You know what I mean? I just got a compliment, you know what I mean? Getting a little tan, a little bit, whatever. You know what I mean? So I feel good.
Got a tan.
Yeah, I feel good though. I feel good. You know, I'm looking good, feeling good, and I can't complain. You know what I mean? Summertime, so we outside.
Right.
Right,
man. It's very essential that you get the moving around and you know, if you can't go on a vacay, just go near that park. You know what I mean? Just go to the park, get closer to nature. There's a lot of people now I see like hooking back up with nature because nature is a big part of life. And it is life, and going to nature and hearing the waterfall, hearing a stream a day. You know, our brains are designed for that. We are in water. You know what I mean? Everything around us is water. That's why my man, the legendary Bruce Lee, always said, "Be like water, my friend." Even though the dragon comes out of the water to bring that energy to the Hindus would call it the Kundalini. See, we share here. We share all of the Vedic and all of the mystic and the words of wisdoms that came around all cultures, and we sit down and we share those words because they're not just meant for this one person. It's meant to teach, be salt of the earth, go out there and teach the world. So we sit around with all the Vedic and all the shamans and all of the mystics and what they call them, the Kabbalists, and they sit around and they formulate all the books and they communicate through these words, right? And the words like abracadabra, you know what I'm saying? Let's take that, Braxis. Well, let's take the certain words, open sesame, you know what I mean, that make things happen. And with these, we channel spirits, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to sit around the actual campfire when we're all enlightened, you know? Well, we wordsmith, so we play with the words a little bit. So we say, okay, we are all enlightened, and that's what it's about. It's about each one teach one. And this person might come from the far east. For real, he might come from the far east, and you never heard of him or anything. And, you know, his name may be Beelzebub, or it could be Love. You know, I know a brother, shout out to Love, but there's brothers that come from all over, sisters that come from all over, and they sit down and we feast and we sit down and break bread, shares the news. What is the news? Slick Rick said, news from the east side. You know what I mean? Rick the ruler has returned. And that we get words from the north, east, west, and south.
There you go.
So there you have news, right? North, east, west, and south. So we all know that that's the news that we get from all areas of the globe. And we sit down and here we break bread. Now we have it where we on YouTube. They didn't do that back then. I know they wish they, I don't know, man. I mean, what it was in the old world is what it was. Sheep was very, 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 very needed, necessary. Cows, that's why you have a lot of gods and plant life, and you have growing, you know, the summer, and that goes right into what AD talks about a lot. Don't be scared of the nature, because nature is required. In the beginning, they said even man and woman was in nature. You know what I'm saying? The garden. So everything about garden, you know, they was here. The stones were here before we were. So we have to pay homage to that. And that's why animals blend in with their environment, because the environment adds protection, and that's why it's good to eat the food from the environment that you're originally from. A lot of people say, so I can get indigenous when you go back into your the place where your origins or your people origins. But you know, you eat the food and then you hear your ancestors, you can feel the energy of that place, and all of a sudden you know where that hidden cave is. You know what I'm saying? Or you go walking one day. Roberta Flack said she walking in the park, she felt like making love. And that's the springtime stuff. One of the beautiful songs I ever heard, or words. That's the time she felt like making love. Just walking through the park.
That's real.
And sometimes you need to take a walk through the park. You know?
That's what I do. No, that's real talk. That's real talk. And you get a lot of, you know, what I like to do is I like to write down my thoughts. And, you know, that's where I took my time and thinking about my philosophy of the world and how I think about the world in general. And, you know, it's nice to listen to, you know, birds, like I said, and, you know, look at trees and just look at people. You know what I mean? That's actually another thing, too. You know, and I think sometimes we get so caught up with these devices right here that we don't really get to absorb the whole atmosphere. So it's something that I kind of look at in the world is, you know, big philosophy in this world, I think, is this world needs love and needs to be provided peace. And that's what we're all trying to figure out. But, you know, a lot of things getting it wrong, but, you know, we're going to get there slowly but surely.
That's right. You slice right through that. I have some new sound effects. I like that. Hey, that's the Wu-Tang sword, double edge, bro.
That's right.
Double edge, you know what I mean? So you can come get that. All that, you know what I mean? So we up in the building. Thank you, AD. I love these ones, man. What else I got here? I got the Got my bombs.
You got a new explosion.
Got a new explosion. Which one? This one?
Yeah,
That's the old one.
That's the old one.
That's the new one.
Yeah, that's like a detonation. Yeah, that's a detonation. That's like a bomb. That's more of a. That's not even a bomb drop. That's more like a what's it called? Not napalm.
Explosion.
Ooh, space it.
What's it called again?
So it's a little more nuclear.
Yeah.
What's the bomb that hides in the
Excavator.
ground? That's like that's what that sound like.
You got the real joint though. That boom.
Yeah, those are DJ effects.
Yeah, that's the ones. What I'm feeling right. Oh yeah, it is. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you tear up the place, you know what I mean. You walk up in that thing.
Usually, you would follow that up with a.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
There you go.
Man, shout out to sound effects. Wonder back in the days when they speaking like great philosophers and stuff, they had sound effects and stuff like. They'll love that. Yeah. I also love the world that he gave me.
That's real. Yeah.
That'd have been hard back then, for real. You know what I mean? It couldn't just be all like me and shout out to Tony Starks, man, Ghostface Killah. We was just talking about everything couldn't be, you know, just straight serious all the time. Somebody had to have a joke in there when the
course.
you know what I mean? So it was like that, like real life. You know what I mean? So
That is a life. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree with that.
Like you gotta think, like they said, MJ had, you know, he had a different voice. You know what I mean? So you know, you follow around with 12 dudes, it gotta be crazy.
Oh,
You know, somebody had to do something crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I told you don't do that. You gonna chop off his ear for no reason.
Yeah.
It was a longer conversation, but it's just not in there. Because you just can't say, no, put on his ear again.
Right.
without telling you, well, why would you take out the sword, man, and chop? You could have got everybody killed. You know what I mean?
That's
We
real.
could have got real deep. Oh, I ain't talking to you. They probably ain't talking weeks and stuff like that.
Nah, yeah.
Crazy, man. Just thinking, man. Just think words that make you think, man. Don't taste. You could write down stuff. Go ahead, Salo. Go ahead.
No. You say it. Because I was going to lead into that.
Because you could say things or think you know things, but then when it really plays out, it goes deeper. You know what I'm saying? You could say, "Oh man, those two people, they went out to a club, but what happened in the club? You know, they had to meet up. There was a whole thing. Getting dressed. You never see the whole story." Even when you're looking at things, that's why it's just the surface don't mean anything. But that's what they give you. You see the surface. Oh yeah, Rihanna and what's his name, A$AP Rocky. But there was a whole thing behind it. And I know about the argument before that. You gonna get dressed or what? You know what I mean? It's late. We gotta beat it. You know what I'm saying? Well, all of that stuff plays a part of the whole big picture. Paints a whole big picture. But all you see on TV is oh yeah, they walked in there. There's a whole story. Now you see why. A little tension was in the air because of the stuff that you don't see that governs and rule that what you do see. And that kind of law applies to everything. You know, it applies to the whole atmosphere of wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? The making of you.
That's true, yeah.
Shout out to Curtis
That's the reality of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not everything is painted a perfect story. You know what I mean?
Right.
I look at life as a canvas, right? And you know, you're the one painting your own picture. You're the one painting your own story. Nobody else is painting your own picture for yourself, right? They're all painting their story for themselves.
Right.
So we all doing that just in unison. We just all paint our stories, however we see our lives, or how we doing our lives, or whatever we doing. You know what I mean? And we might see something completely different than another person. You know what I mean? That's how I look at life. Like my story is my story, right? Nobody could go on my canvas and paint a story on my story. You're the only one who's in control of your own canvas. You just that's life. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Right.
Just like how somebody else, it goes into your experiences, it goes into your everyday life, what you do, who you approach, everything. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff gets mixed in all of there. So, you know what I mean? Nobody, at the end of the day, you only see things through your eyes, and you can only look through things through your own eyes. You can't look through another person's eyes. You could try to, or you could like try to understand another person, but you can't see what they see or experience what they experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's two separations.
Right.
So that's, you know, that's life in general. So that's why even if there's conflict, or even if there's something that we don't even know, right? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's just two different sides and two different stories being brought up together and clashing amongst each other. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Just depends on how you see the world and how you look at it.
That's what it is. Exactly. I think we have the guest here already, huh? I heard another voice. Yeah, but to add on to what you were saying, yeah, that's absolutely right. You know, DMX said, "Look to my eyes, see what I see, be what I be." That's what artists want you to do. You know what I mean? They want you see some of them. You know what I mean? Want you to see the world. Tupac and want to see the world through their eyes, but you really can't. You can only have your own experience. But you know, you're following the God. They're guiding you through through certain paths, certain little pockets of energy, what they see, and then maybe you can relate to your story. You can put it together, you know. So just add it like that, man. That's the Easter basket right there. Those are little eggs, Easter eggs right there. Take your basket, put it up in there, and, do whatever you do with it, man. Just have a good time. Popcorn is being made. Yeah,
That's right.
That's it. All right, who we have in the building today? Oh, we see the guests here. First of all, I want to say shout out to Vinny. Vinny, what up, man? Vinny, what's good with you, my brother?
Good to be back, like always. I was listening, Solo. What's up, Solo Gem?
What's good? What's good, Vinny? What's up?
Like you were saying, man, I agree where everybody's got to see it through their own eyes, even with conspiracy theories. I talk about this, and one of the best ways is to ask questions so you could get people engaged and talking back with you. And, nobody just listens because someone says something. I agree, they got to see it for themselves.
That's true.
So, yeah, you guys all know me as the conspiracy guy and flat earther and all these things. So I do a lot of shows and I deal with conspiracy people. And recently I've been invited on some podcasts and I met these awesome guys from FirmaMental Podcast, and they're all into conspiracies. And then me and the guy Raul started talking, and then I found out he's a rapper and he opened up for, Jedi Mind Tricks and a bunch of people you guys might know. I know Raul, like a lot of guys, when me and Raul met, a lot of the bands we were talking about, me and this guy Raul, I found out opened up for a lot of them. So he's a big fan of yours, Killah Priest, and I let them know, like, hey, I'm actually a casting associate, and I bring conspiracies to the Killah Priest podcast. So I thought we would all have fun, and they were excited and wanted to come on. So, you got an awesome podcast. They got an awesome podcast too, and, figured we all get to know each other.
Well, toast is to you, man. Man, shout out to y'all, man. Man, we do tea over here. We do tea, we do coffee, we do breaks, we do everything, man. How are y'all feeling today, bro?
Doing great,
Alex,
Killah
man.
Priest.
Oh. Alex, okay. All right, let's get that right. All right, shout out to Alex, man. How you doing, Alex?
I'm doing great. Hey, I'm trying not to lose my shit right now because I'm such a fan. So I'm just trying to keep it together. So thank you for having us on.
Man, you're welcome, my brother. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Raul. There's three of us. We got our producer, Claude. He's up in Washington. I'm here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My boy, Calix, is up in Alberta, Canada. So we kind of spread out all over the place, but I'm 1/3 of the FirmaMental Podcast. I'm Raul. I'm the one that met Vinny, and he invited us on the show. And, of course, we would just be honored to be on a Podcraft with a legend like the Killah Priest, man. Bible, man. Basic instructions before leaving Earth, man. That's one of my favorite joints. That's one of my favorite joints of all time, man. Now here I am, like 30 years later, on a podcast. If you would have told me what a podcast was 30 years ago, though, people wouldn't have known. So right. Yeah, that's a whole different world, man. A whole different world. Great way to get out information, though. Oh, definitely.
So what we up to, man? What y'all got going on?
So, our podcast is basically just that. We talk a lot of conspiracy, but we talk a lot of secret societies. We talk about alternative medicine, permaculture, self-sustainability, alternative medicine, paranormal. Sometimes we've talked to like dog whisperers. We've talked to ex-NASA workers. We've talked to, paranormal investigators, documentary filmmakers. I actually did the ending song for the new Old World Order movie for Sean Hibbler. So if you watch that documentary, the song that plays at the end, that's my joint.
Nice, man.
So just kind of keeping it flexible. We don't like to marry ourselves.
Wait. I want to add into that, Raul, because that actually, when we talked, Killah, it was actually because of the podcast that we did together.
Yeah.
You remember the big one we did with Dave Weiss and a bunch of people, and Lord Jamar came on?
Definitely, yeah. Shout out to Dave Weiss and Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar got
Yeah.
something going on now. Go ahead.
So that Hibbler and then we're making this video, and they reached out to me because of the podcast with Lord Jamar, and Lord Jamar was on that video he's talking about.
Yeah.
And that was all because of the Killah Priest podcast.
Oh man, Podcraft. That's how we do it. Oh man, yeah. No doubt. Yeah, he's right now. He's going. Him and Karis One. They got a little beef going on about hip hop and the origins of hip hop, where it started, and who started it. Is it from Jamaica? Is it from Puerto Rico? Is it from America? You know, in the hood. So they got that going on right now. And I love all that type of information, man. That's good stuff, man. For real. Yeah, man. But it's like, yo, I want to ask you, because you have like an MC voice. We were just talking about that before we start. Like, some people just blessed with an MC voice, and I can tell that you MC. I like to say MCing because that takes it back to before rappers. Yeah. So how long you been?
Master of ceremonies, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So how long you been MCing?
Well, my genesis would have been back in the early 90s. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. That's why I'm rocking this Cardinals hat. The neighborhood that I grew up in, it was like a middle-class neighborhood. So, you know, it was a mixture of Chicanos, whites, blacks. But I didn't really get down with the Hispanic kids in my neighborhood because they liked to gangbang. And my thing was like playing basketball and sports. And so I just gravitated to hanging out with the brothers. And we used to go out to the basketball courts and play pickup games. And they'd always bring a boom box out. And there were some cats that had moved out there from New York. I remember the first time, if you see behind me, I got a Nas Illmatic on my wall.
Oh man, classic.
That's my favorite hip hop album of all time.
Classic.
But I remember, you know, even being from Phoenix, it was funny because when I heard New York rap, when I heard Wu-Tang for the first time, when I heard Illmatic for the first time, when I heard Tribe Called Quest, Gangstar, you know, I was like, wow, that blew my mind. I just love the sound. And we used to have this thing called The Box where you could like pay like $1 and you could request them to play videos. And me and my homie would just like, we'd be spending like our chore money to like order these videos from New York. Like I said, I was hanging out on the basketball courts, and every time after the pickup game, all the brothers would just start rhyming. And I was like, I want to learn how to do that. Right. And so I just started dibbling and dabbling, and that's where I first started. And I started to realize I was pretty good. And then, you know, I remember Gangstar. It's mostly the voice that gets you up. It's mostly the voice that gets you buck. A lot of rappers got flavor, some got skills, but if they voice ain't dope, then they need to chill. Okay. And I was like, I need to get a style. I need to get a voice. And so I kind of like took potpourri from different MCs that I like and just kind of came up with my own style. And that's when I started. I had a rap group out there. We never really did much, just some like little tapes we were recording, passing them around the neighborhood. And then I didn't really get to doing shows and stuff till I moved out to New Mexico when I was like in my 30s. And then I hooked up with another group, and we formed a little collaboration out here, and we'd open up all the shows that would come to the clubs here in Albuquerque, all the underground hip hop shows. And we used to host Street Beat at UNM, which was the university radio station. And we'd have freestyle sessions, and we'd put together freestyle battles. And I was the New Mexico freestyle champion for a couple of years. And and then just I kind of walked away from it, you know, work and life and kids and just stuff happening. But just recently, like starting podcasting and stuff, and the homies were like, man, you need to resurrect some of those skills and make music for the show. And then we had Sean Hibbler on the podcast, and he was like, and I just messed around. I was just messing around with him, and I was like, hey, you should let me make the song for your next movie. And he's like, you want the song for the ending credits? And I was like, bet. So yeah, and then so it's kind of brought me out of retirement.
Dope, man, dope. Yeah, you kind of remind me. You know, you remind me of AD. Have you ever heard of the Vendetta Kings from out? And they're from Phoenix.
Yeah, dude. And Society of Invisibles is my boy too. Shout out Joey Bags.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, I'll kick a rhyme for you if you want, real quick.
Oh, come on. There's no need to say that. Let's do it. Come on, let's go.
All right, I said, My brain is scanning through lyrics like lasers and barcodes. Nothing in my pocket but a lighter and cargoes. Play with the dealer, wonder where did your card go? Strap you to a chair, it's your skull that I part slow. I hate being bro, burnt ramen on my stove. Walking for a 40, no jacket, my ass froze. Party with the devil, where the fuck did my cash go? Try to find work, but they scanning my past, bro. Look real hard, skeletons in my closet. Find my face sketched out on composites. Want to rob the bank while you're making deposits? Flash your little chain, a hungry dog, quickly rob it. Try to tussle with my squad, body be throbbing. Pedals eat you to the core like corn on the cobbin. Then throw gas on the fire when we piss in your coffin. I try not to show it, but I feel this way often. I feel out of place, like New Yorkers in Boston. This dark alley rap, the dirty spots that I stomped in. Survive any place from Gaza Strip down to Compton. Keep your nose to yourself, don't sniff what I'm copping.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
No doubt, bro. I gotta give you the sword. Let me give you the sword. No doubt, man. No doubt. No doubt. Is that a freestyle or written?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No
a little
doubt,
bit of
man.
both.
That's
Some
real.
people are just good with that, man. You're getting some fire in it. I always felt in the chat room. I always felt it was kind of a little hard, to freestyle, just to come straight off the dome like that. But some people could just do it, man. They could just they have that energy where they can just think quick. What's my boy? Like Karis One. Some people could just come off the dome. Supernatural, you heard of him?
Oh man,
Yeah.
Supernatural, man.
Yes.
I haven't listened to that in a long time, man. I'm gonna have to resurrect that.
Yeah, Supernat, and just come off the top of the dome like that. But you blended them and writing them, so that's kind of dope too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes it's easy to freestyle. I feel like if you're going to freestyle, you do a little bit of written, and then you can sneak something in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
right? I got that. I got it. What's up with your partner?
Yeah. Hey, I'm just the Canadian guy. I'm here to keep things organized.
Canada, what's up, eh?
I'm all about being the yin to Raul's yang, and we just have a good time on FirmaMental. And some people tell me I have an okay voice, but I'm definitely no MC. I'm trying to be a radio personality, and
Okay.
and look at me rocking with Killah Priest. Like,
Man.
shout out,
Man.
Wu-Tang.
Hey, I'm gonna call him out, Killah. I'm gonna call him out,
Oh, let's
Killah,
go.
because he said that Wu-Tang came to a show in where were you at? And the
In
Jizza
Winnipeg.
dissed him to talk to an 18-year-old girl, and he's still upset about it because he didn't get his autograph. So I'm gonna let my boy tell the story.
Oh man. So I went to go see the Jizza back in I think it was like 2008. I got a pass from my wife because our daughter was just born. So it's not, when your kids are little, you don't get too many passes, right? So I went out to this club called the Pyramid with my buddy, and the Jizza wrecked the show. He did an amazing job, and then afterwards he was signing albums, and I went up to talk to him, and he's a pretty cool guy, but of course, this blonde 18-year-old girl is standing right beside me, and he's paying me no attention. I'm like, dude, I've been listening to your music for longer than she's been alive. Like, come on, man, hook me up with an autograph here. And the part of the story that Raul doesn't know is the next year he came back to town, and he actually hit on my sister. Come on, man.
Well, let's say he was probably just signing autographs and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Just signing autographs or something like that. Well, I'm not. That's kind of deep. That's music. Moving on. That's crazy. But
He's a good dude, though. He's a good dude. We're
is this
telling
happening in
funny stories.
Canada? This was in
Hey,
Canada.
baby.
This is in Canada, yeah.
Oh,
Anything happens in Canada.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. What part?
Right in the middle, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, Winnipeg. I love Winnipeg, man. Winnipeg.
Oh, really?
I'll be out. Yeah, I love Winnipeg. I love Whistler. Whistler's my favorite. Yeah.
Oh, Whistler, BC, yeah. It's a nice
Yeah,
place.
man. Yo, during winter time, it's like a Hallmark card.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out there solo. Yeah. We're going to Nova Scotia. No, I'll be in Nova Scotia the 13th of this month with Killah Army.
Oh, wow. Are you going to do anything out west in Calgary or Edmonton?
I have a singer out there in Vancouver. So yeah, we are setting that up right now. So yeah,
Nice.
definitely. We're out to Toronto on the east side a little bit. So yeah,
Okay,
it's always
cool.
have a good time out there. Yeah, man. Raul, man, you have a name that's similar to my brother that be on the show, Rasul. I know. I'm pretty sure. Vinny put you up on that, right?
Yeah, he definitely let me know about that.
Yeah.
Vinny?
Raul is missing in action right now. Yeah, but I was going to try to get him on here, but he's missing in action right now because it's something I don't know. Let's ask him.
Yeah, why not?
I know. Oh, Priest, man. Yeah. But anyway, tell me. All right, so tell us some of the craziest guests. I mean, you said you had dog whisperers, or what is it? Some of the craziest guests. Cause we have some crazy. We can go back and forth with some of the craziest stuff.
Yeah.
Before we start that, are you a flat earther? I know you with Vinny. If you with Vinny, you got to drop it. You got to drop it like it's hot.
I like to call it level plane geocentrism, but yes,
like
AKA
that.
flat earther. Yes, I am.
Oh wow.
Okay. No doubt. So you call it what's the name you gave it?
Level plane geocentrism.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The Earth is the center of the universe. I don't believe in a heliocentric model.
Oh damn. Man, that's deep.
Yeah.
Is that
That's right. That's wild.
And they can't get past the firmament. That's why we're called the FirmaMental Podcast. Protect your dome, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. I feel that.
No
problem.
Did Dave Weiss convert you, Killah Priest?
He was very, very, very close. Yeah, I must say that he had me looking deeper into it, man. Yeah. I looked deep into it, so I can't refute. I can't go against it. I can't say, yo, this is not. It's very interesting when you look into it. It's like, oh man, you got some very strong points there.
Oh, for sure.
Dave Weiss.
We got lots of silver.
You had Santos Bonacci on your show too.
And Santos, man, shout out to Santos. Yeah, he's one of the very interesting, like one of the highlights of the show. Definitely, man. He adopted me in his family, so I'm a part of the Santos family now. Big up. Yeah. We had Santos. We had a whole bunch of people, man. Jordan, and man, I'm just blessed to talk to so many great minds, as yourself too, man. So let us know. I was trying to ask you what was some of the craziest guests y'all have on there, and tell us about it, and let's talk. Let's just have a conversation. Sometimes I'd like to just have a conversation. Yeah. Solo Gems over here. He can talk. You know
Yeah. That's the thing. Oh, what's good, y'all? My fault.
You good?
No. It's nice meeting y'all. I see you got the Naruto and Cardinals on there. You know what I mean? I was gonna ask you about that. You know what I mean? You like anime and all this stuff, so that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's dope. It was good. I mean, I'm here for any open discussions. That's all. I'm here.
Yeah, no. Killah's asking us about some previous guests, so I'll give like one of my favorites, and then I'll have Alex give like one of his favorites. But you're talking about like crazy guests. But for me, the craziest thing, I don't know if you know who Ron Moorhead is. So Ron Moorhead is basically like the living Indiana Jones. This guy has held the Peruvian elongated skulls in his hands. Wow. He's studied the Yeti in the Himalayas. He's studied whatever version of Bigfoot they have on each continent. This guy is like he's like the living Indiana Jones. He's still alive to this day, and I've read all his books and reached out to him, and he came on our show. And oh man, that to me, because I've had a Bigfoot experience in northern New Mexico, really? and yeah, dude, yeah. So, but just to get to talk to a living legend like that. I mean, anybody who's into Sasquatch or Bigfoot, you know the name Ron Moorhead. He's up there with like Patterson and Gimlin that filmed the Patty video in California. I mean, this guy's a living legend. He recorded the Sierra sounds in the Sierra Nevada mountains in California, and everybody, these things have been tried and tested, and they've had forensic experts, like vocal experts, listen to these things, and they say these are beyond the range of human vocalizations, and they display like what would be intelligent language patterns, and they had military linguistic experts break down the tapes, and like nobody can refute what this guy recorded, and he's just amazing. So for me, that'd probably be like the one I choose, Ron Moorhead.
Right. Oh man, we gotta check him out. And I know you coming from Phoenix, because Phoenix got a lot of mystic stuff that's going on out there. They have like the UFOs, this mountain with lights that be coming out. What's the name of it? You
the remember? Phoenix Lights.
The Phoenix Lights. Yeah. had a chance to see this like real crazy man out there. So they had, and you have Sedona, of course, you know, coming from Sedona, the red place. I was like, oh, this like place remind me of Mars, man. Yeah, man.
That's
yeah,
funny you mentioned that because the
NASA.
photos of Mars are actually the Arizona desert.
Oh. Yeah,
Or Canada,
shots
Devon
fired.
Island.
Shots
Yeah,
fired.
Yeah, Devon Island that he just mentioned. There's a place that it's been linked up in Canada that he just mentioned, Alex, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Another
definitely
place
Canada. Good.
Yeah.
Canada,
So,
yeah, I've been naming Canada. I call that the new Canaan, Canada. Shout out- you know what I mean? That's kind
that's a real thing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Canaanites.
Yeah, exactly up there in Canada, and
Wow.
yeah, I have a lot of stuff up there, right? A lot of
Oh, for sure, yeah.
yeah, because you know
It's
the
a lot of
natives be
crazy
seeing
stuff.
activity. There's activity out there.
I used to live near the Arctic, and I'm telling you, the aurora, like the northern lights and all that shit up there, it's crazy. And then when you fly over it, you could, I mean, if Bigfoot wanted to live anywhere, he would live in northern Canada, and nobody would find him. There is absolutely no people out there. It's wild. So I mean, he hopefully wouldn't freeze to death, but it's pretty cold up there.
Well, that thing is interesting, man. For real, there's a lot
Alex?
of stuff we don't know. But
Who's your favorite? Who's your some of your favorite guests?
Well, I think the question was who's the craziest guest. And
yeah,
Yeah.
I was going to tell a story of when me and Raul first started out, and I always call myself the A train because I keep the train on the tracks and keep the podcast organized. So one of our first guests was a flat earther, and we just called this episode the roller coaster because this guy was getting drunker and drunker as the episode was going on. And by the end, every other word was the F word, and he was just slurring and going bananas. And I'm looking at Raul like, dude, like we got to wrap this shit up. Like this guy's
Right.
killing us here.
yeah.
So we just call that episode the roller coaster. And any time an episode gets off the rails, we just call it the roller coaster now.
Right.
But I mean, if anybody that's trying to podcast, like one of my favorite guys to talk to, and you should have this guy on too, the flood of AI, David Beverly from NASA.
Oh,
Check
man.
this guy out. But as far as a difficult guy to navigate as a podcast host, man, I was trying to like herd this guy like a cat and keep him going down the rails. But the old man just wants to tell wild stories and take the podcast in his own direction. But I love that guy. Like it was almost like rapping with Old Dirty Bastard. He's got this wild style, and you're trying to control it and you can't. But it made for an entertaining couple episodes. We actually had him on the episode or on FirmaMental 2 times, and we had a blast, right, Raul?
Oh, amen, man. Shout out David Beverly. And I just cracked
David
up because
Beverly.
Alex told, and dude, he's the one that designed the fake map of Antarctica for NASA. So you should have him on your show.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. You said fake map from Antarctica, man. It's so funny.
Yeah,
you start
because it's not a continent. It's an ice wall that retains the world's waters.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And no one but my man never been behind those ice walls to see the rest of what's going on out here.
Admiral Byrd.
Admiral Byrd. We
Yeah,
know
you
about
can't get
Admiral
below
Byrd.
the 60th parallel. The world militaries will roll up on you, and you'll be detained. And what's funny is they got all these countries, right, that are supposed to be mortal enemies that can't get along. World War III is about to pop off, but when it comes to this icy region, they're all just cool and they have this treaty. You know, come on now.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about that. It's this guy that comes on always talking about they're about to launch the nuclear missile and things like that. You don't think that's just fear mongering? You where you stand at that? You really think that they're really ready to close the book on this page on the pages called Life as We Know It? Or society?
I actually think nuclear weaponry is a hoax. I believe more in direct energy weapons. Like, have you seen the direct energy weapons that blew apart Maui?
Yeah.
Sean Hibbler just did a Maui in 15 minutes. You guys should go check that out. But it shows like the stuff that Israel has. That's scarier, man. Those Star Wars weapons that they have right now are way scarier than nuclear. Like my boy Scipio Eruditus. I'm gonna shout out my boy Scipio Eruditus from Dispatches from Reality. Amazing podcast, deep dive researcher. I mean, guys are like scuba diving the coastline. This dude they're snorkeling the coastline. This dude scuba dives the Mariana Trench. He gets deep with it. But he exposed the nuclear hoax. He exposed like all the Nagasaki and Hiroshima were fire bombs. They were not atomic bombs. They would have had nuclear fallout. They talk. He has medical reports that show the after effects of a napalm blast and what it would have done. These places are like tropical oases now. Like these places would have been decimated. It's all fear mongering. It's all to keep you control of you, right? It's all anxiety, just like the Cold War. If they can't find one enemy to pinpoint on, they'll create another one, and that's why they created terrorists, because terrorists can come from any place at any time, whether they're foreign or domestic. And now the next threat will be an alien threat. But those of us that are level plane geocentrists know that these things are interdimensional, and the fallen angels are here inside of the earth. They're not coming from another planet. They're not coming from another galaxy. They're already here. They've been here since the beginning of time. And we've been battling these forces forever, man, these demonic forces. But it's a battle for your mind, and you got to choose faith over fear, because if you choose faith over fear and you just look at the world you can control and let go to what you can't control, they no longer have control over you.
Right.
Also, the word extraterrestrial just means extra terrain. So it's extra terrain that we have in this, plane. It's not necessarily another planet. It's extra terrain. It's an extraterrestrial coming from another. You know what I mean?
Another
Like
plane.
when we have people cross
from Antarctica.
Right. When people cross the border, we call them aliens.
Right. Right. Got you. True.
So yeah,
Well,
we do believe in aliens. They're coming from another extra terrain.
Okay. Where would you where would you fit a Raul? And then you could add on to that. Oh, where would you fit Bigfoot into this equation?
So I think that the cryptids are remnants of what the fallen angels were doing with genetics. Like, I don't believe in dinosaurs. I believe in dragons. There's a lot of evidence that show, like, how come people weren't, like, think about all the places all around the world people dig holes. I mean, every culture, whether you're digging canals for farming or digging foundations for homes or swimming, just every construction project around the world, the only people that find dinosaur bones are these universities on these excavations, and they know where to go and find them. Like, get out of here. And then you go get into research, go watch Eric Dubé's dinosaur videos on Rumble. You will no longer believe in dinosaurs, but I do believe in dragons. And I think, like cryptids too, were the fallen angels have been playing with genetics since the beginning of time. And they have been trying to intercede into God's creation and destroy it from the inside out. They can't create like God, but they can take what God created and manipulate it. Just like the media manipulates the truth, the fallen angels have been manipulating genetics for a long time. So I think that when you got these creatures that have these abilities to, like they say, cloak or disappear or whatever, I think that they're offshoots of these creations. A lot of these things existed in a pre-flood world, and they got wiped out because they weren't the intended species of this planet. I believe God wiped them out with a great deluge, but every culture around our level plane has stories about winged serpents or flying dragons, whether it's the Chinese, the South Americans, Native Americans, the Europeans, Chinese cultures. They talk about these things. And they also have legends of giants. And if you go and look at this, what the Smithsonian has, they don't have real dinosaur bones. They have just models that they created that they sell us this thing because it supports. It's one of the things that supports their theories, like the theory of evolution, right? But I believe like Bigfoot is just like this leftover remnant of the fallen angels. So whether it's something that they recently created and released on Earth, some genetic thing that runs around and has abilities beyond our comprehension, it can see, smell, way better than us, is adapt to run in certain terrain. I mean, just fly in a plane and look out the window and see how much land is out there. They want us to believe that the world is starving. Like, we have no food. We're running out of food. Like, you know what we could do? You know how many wild animals, you know how many fish, you know how many crops we can be planting? We're not running out of food. What we have is a supply chain crisis.
Right.
And people are too reliant on the system, and everybody's comfortable living in this system, and everybody think the world is collapsing around them. But that's what I think about Bigfoot. I think it's a remnant of the fallen angels. I think it's a hybrid species and could possibly have abilities beyond our comprehension because it has some of these capabilities that the fallen angels gave it.
Wow.
You could fit the entire world in the state of Texas.
Wow. What?
Population, yeah.
Population, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Population.
Yeah.
You
The population.
You went there.
if each person was allotted the same average square feet of a living space in New York City.
Right.
That's
Texas
according
has
to
one thing.
Robert Kunzig of National Geographic.
Okay.
Oh, I have to have my sources on.
I know. That's good. That's good. No, because I agree with you. Because when the word, remember we was just talking about that. The word dinosaur is not that old. Like nobody in the ancient world they were referring. This changes a lot because in the ancient world, like you said, they were saying dragons. And the word dinosaur came about. There's a guy, Richard Owen. Have you heard of him? Yeah,
No, I'm
up,
not
AD.
familiar.
Yeah. That's the guy who supposedly had made the name Dinosaur. Who came up with
Terrible lizard.
Yeah.
Which translates
There you go.
to terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this guy. It's always these guys like that, too. They just pop up. They have the suits on and stuff like that. I mean, you can look them up.
You know who the guys are, right? I taught you who they are. They're the Jesuits.
Let's talk about it.
Who run the academics.
Right.
And they're the ones who came up with evolution, with we're on a ball. It's all these people. It's the Jesuits that are at these top universities that come up with this stuff.
Wow.
So
Yeah, the guy that invented dinosaurs, he came up with it, and then a year later, they happened to find dinosaurs.
Wow.
Yeah.
He came up with the theory of dinosaurs. So that's something.
you know
doesn't
what's
add up
funny
there.
is like you guys said terrible lizard, and now they admit that because they found dinosaurs or whatever that literally had feathers on them. So a lot of them are like giant birds and things like that.
Well, that makes sense.
you know,
That makes sense.
like
It's a
the
feathered serpent.
You know how they always made fun of the T-Rex for the little arms? That's because it wasn't like a lizard. It was the little arms are like, imagine chicken wings.
Yeah.
They're like chicken wings. It was a bird. It wasn't a lizard.
The poor
I bet you they were
T-Rex came out.
delicious.
The T-Rex came out short-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always wondering, like, why was his arms so little? Like, what is he going to?
Yeah,
Because you have to eat. You have to eat. Why would
Yeah,
he?
yeah. We on Killah Priest podcast, so I don't know how dirty we get, but I was gonna crack some jokes. But how was T-Rex,
You
know,
could.
Ufkin? How was he Ufkin? Come on, man. He wasn't mounting nothing. Like, I don't know how they was doing it. I don't know if
Right.
they were
That's a good
laying
point.
eggs on the ground and he'd go and fertilize it. But
Interesting.
honestly, so the guys that Alex said it, the
Right.
guys that created dinosaurs, they had this thing called the Dinosaur Wars. I wish I had my notes because I can't recall the guys' names, but there was two guys, and they supposedly found 136 of the species that we know that exist. And these were the only two guys that found them, right? And then they say these things are rare.
Right.
And this fits in tune with the green energy crisis that we're having now, right? Because fossil fuels, these things come from these ancient species that decompose and went in the earth, and there's a limited amount. Let me tell you, we're not running out of oil. It's decomposition of plant matter that exists on the earth. It's a forever tappable source. What they really don't want you to know is about the ether that they had pre-1900s that they were tapping into, flying around in Zeppelins. And I think we've had multiple civilization resets. I'm kind of looking into this thing that we might be in the short season of Satan's deception, and Christ might have had his 1,000-year millennial reign. But all this stuff goes hand in hand with everything that's going on now. And everything with the name global attached to it, I'm telling you, man, is bad. Global ID cards, global warming, it's just, it's they created all this stuff to put you in a box, to put your mind in a box and control you and hook you up to artificial intelligence, put you in a smart city and have you relying on all this stuff instead of in tune with Mother Nature and this perfect toroidal system that God created for us, with a firmament protecting us. If we knew we're the center of God's creation, the apple of God's eye, that the sun and the moon were a sky clock, that the sun tells you the time of day, the moon tells you the time of month, and the stars tell you your navigational position. Like, dude, I mean, even NASA mariners, NASA flight manuals, they all talk about landing on flat, non-rotating surface. When engineers build long train tracks and long suspension bridges, they don't calculate for curvature. I mean, we got P900 cameras that can bring things into focus from way out that destroy the Copernican curvature of the Earth. And if you just look at speed cameras of the rotation of the stars. We're not on this ever expanding galaxy where it's forever expanding and we're getting farther, trailing the sun, moving at all these tremendous speeds. Like if all this stuff was happening, how do the pyramids of Giza, which are right behind you, Killah Priest, still line up to the same stars in Orion's belt that they did 6,000 years ago? We would have shifted and moved a long time ago. It shows you that God made this very specifically, and these are all signs and wonders and seasons, just like the book of Genesis talks about, right?
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to say too is for anybody that actually knows the heliocentric model, knows that the sun is flying through the galaxy at about 500,000 miles per hour, and we're chasing it. So if you can imagine Earth flying 500,000 miles per hour, and if we actually hit an asteroid, because that's what happened. We hit, like an asteroid hit us, and it cataclysmically destroyed all the dinosaurs. But if you could imagine going 500,000 miles an hour and some kind of giant rock hitting Earth, the impact would be so devastating. Like Earth would just explode every day. And I keep saying to my kids, like, going through the galaxy 12 million miles per day, and we don't hit anything ever. Like, it's like winning the lottery every single day as we fly through this imaginary galaxy. But I just want everybody to kind of put down their egos for a second, whoever's not a flat earther, just to put it down for a second and just think about that for a minute. Like, if you were driving your car at 1,000 miles per hour and you just hit like even just a little rock, how that would go through your windshield, how it would devastate your entire vehicle without a blink. In the movies, you always see like this asteroid going slowly, and there's like all this resistance of air. There's only resistance like right in our atmosphere. The rest it's infinite. Even when the guy did the Red Bull jump, he jumped and he got to like 1,000 miles per hour right away because there's hardly any oxygen up as high as he went, right? So there's no friction. So if you can imagine like these asteroids, like it's honestly a miracle that we would ever be alive. So I just encourage everyone to put their egos down. Ask yourself why you're getting upset when your model is getting questioned, when, you know, your teachers, they did the best they could when you were in kindergarten. They didn't know any better. We didn't know any better, right? Like, just think about this for a second. Like, these are stories, and me and Raul, we are, sadly, we're killing Santa Claus for a lot of people.
Oh, man.
And, you know, put the ball down, look at it. God is real. This is all for us. Like, this is all created. We live in an amazing place. You know, accept that. Like, I get goosebumps when I think about that we're all special. And, like, look where I am right now. I'm on this podcast with my boy, and I'm meeting Killah Priest. Like, God's real. Seriously.
They don't want you to know you're special, though. They don't want you to know your divinity, because then you're going to get too powerful, and then you're going to learn how to create free energy, and then you're going to like leave their entire system, and you're going to escape the matrix, and they'll no longer be in control. And then that's how you get the matrix is destroyed from the inside. And you saw that in the movie. And like the matrix was destroyed twice technically, right? They destroyed it from the inside. You know, Neo went inside Smith, and at the end, he went inside the whole Matrix. So it's these podcasts, it's the knowledge where the Matrix is destroyed from the inside. And that's why you see people getting, you know, erased and, you know, things happening. Just, you know, they try to silence the whistleblowers. Sure. I think we're safe because we're in a small enough.
Religion.
Yeah.
What was that?
It was a religion.
Well, say that part again.
Yeah, I was saying that the globe is a religion, and when you question it, people get upset, and that's why I tell people, like, please, like, do like a spiritual check with you inside. Like, why are you getting upset about the things that we're saying? It's because we're questioning your religion. When your religion gets questioned, when your foundation gets rocked, you get upset about things like this, and right away you got to call us retards, and you got to call, you know. But that's what it is, and sure, and I was the same way. I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna look at this crap and I'm going to like destroy it right away. Like, no problem. I'm an electrical engineer. I got this. I can kill flat earth in 2 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 hours later, 4 hours later, 2 weeks later. Oh my God. I'm like losing my mind. Like, no, this can't be real. And then when you start understanding these numbers, like flying through the galaxy 12 million miles per day, what are the odds of actual survival of a water ball spaceship that's open to the atmosphere and nobody can feel anything? Think about that for a minute.
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
I wanted to bring up
Awesome.
something about asteroids.
I didn't say it.
And I challenge Killah, and forgive me, what's your boy's name next to you?
Solomon.
Solomon.
Yo,
And
Solar
I'm gonna
Gem.
ask-
it's
I'll-
actually my son.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So the Old World Order song that I made for Sean Hibbler's movie, my son made the beat. That's awesome.
That's
dude.
beautiful.
The
brother.
father son thing.
Yeah.
Hey, much respect. That's dope, dude.
No doubt.
So
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you guys, just think. Have you ever thought about this? So you've heard of meteor crater in Arizona, right? Where they say that giant meteor hit and it created that big crater. Have you ever been to Meteor Crater, Arizona? It's near Sedona, not too far outside of Flagstaff.
Not
you ever
familiar. I
been
don't
there?
think I'm familiar.
Okay, but anyways, they say it was caused by a cosmic space rock hitting the Earth and indenting the Earth.
Right.
Check this out. If we're spinning, right, and a rock's flying at this tremendous speed, would it just make a round indentation, or would it hit and skid and make like and tear everything? It's not just going to hit and just make a round
crater.
indentation. It's more like bubbles exploding from inside of the Earth. And if you look at these giant these craters, supposed meteor craters from around the Earth, there's 200 of them. How many angels fell? 200. But what do I think it is? Also from the opening up. The Grand Canyon, all this stuff was caused from the heavens, the vaults of heaven opening up. God separated the waters from the waters. That's why the sky's blue. There's water behind the firmament. We are living in a terrarium with water above us. That's why the sky is blue. If you look at these luminaries through
Telescope.
yeah, telescopes and these cameras that
500.
we have, they
Yeah.
look like lights inside of water. They don't look like the CGI images that NASA gives us. And I'm telling you, these indentations in Earth, they're not caused by meteors. And check this out. If we live on a round ball, and we've interviewed people in Australia, and I asked them, do you see shooting stars falling up? Have you guys ever seen a shooting star fall up?
Nah.
Look, there you go. Yo, even people in the southern hemisphere, they only ever see shooting stars falling down. If we're on a round ball and we're on the top and a shooting star shoots past us and it goes past the southern hemisphere, they would see it from their perspective shooting up because they're upside down on this magical water ball, right? And tell me this, how come NASA never ever shows you images where they can zoom in on pyramids on Mars and all this fancy shit, but they can never zoom in and show you somebody sailing a ship upside down in Australia, or people standing on, the Earth upside down, magically stuck to this water ball. It's ridiculous when you actually think about it, man. They cannot provide any physical photo evidence. Zero.
Damn.
Man, that's a lot to think about.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put that to thought. I didn't think about Australia.
I always, of all the conspiracy theories, of everything we've dug into, I would definitely say that the more that I'm learning about, the more that I'm finding out about, the more I'm realizing I don't know anything. So don't.
That's what it is.
I don't want anybody to think that we're just like these geniuses or
They're trying
we're
to change-
these idiots or we're.
You in my head.
We're all just trying to figure. Yeah, we're just all trying to figure things out. Like, if you can just put your ego aside and just enjoy the ride, and just
It is a hell of a ride.
Nah, that's real.
Sharing information and having a discussion like true gentlemen.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
without it being feelings attached. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the feelings aside. As soon as that's what I always say. If you're starting to feel upset or mad, just check yourself. Ask
Yeah.
yourself why you're getting mad. Right.
Now we leave the emotions for the women.
I have to do a DOS effect. Chickity check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself.
Yo,
Oh, shout out to Dots Effects on that one.
yo.
Yeah, that's
No, that's
brought
true.
up Dots Effects in a minute, man. Shout out to Dots Effects. Man, that's real. All right, man. That was kind of heavy, man. I mean, it's kind of it's ill with how you put it. Putting egos aside. Anytime you feel like you hit a plateau or you reach that, there's always something beyond that. You know what I mean? It's always never think you peak. You know what I'm saying? Once you peak, then that's when you gotta peak over and see, oh, there's a little bit more extra to it. You know what I mean? So you're always growing. You know, the tree grows in both directions. But we don't, only looking at the top. You're not looking at the roots. So there's the things which you don't see that are still growing. Yeah, I kind of get that philosophy that you're dropping. So I mean, that's how we grow, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's right. Like, you gotta ask yourself a bunch of questions, even if it's stupid. Even if it sounds stupid in your own head, right? But it's good to ask questions and keep asking questions until you get like somewhere. You know what I mean? Because we're going to never really know the true 100% answer. It's going to be just, you know what I mean? We got to just get to that point where it's like we got to break mold of stop thinking narrow-minded and just get more vast, right? So
That's right.
that's real.
We all learn it. I mean, like Neo.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
Yeah, it's never easy. And who noticed that Morpheus never had glasses frames? His glasses is just in his eyes. He never had frames around his ear.
You know why?
Well,
Because he knows there are no sunglasses.
Hey man, they was stopping him.
something. Jazz.
There is no.
Go ahead.
There is no spoon.
Yeah, he did say that, man. They were sitting there. That dude, that young kid always tripped me out. There's spoons. No spoon. It's like every time they get deep, they always have to have a lisp. Stones.
He was a kid.
There's always something,
You know,
that's the power, right?
Like Cindy from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, Cindy.
It was-
What
it
she
was
do? She does.
Cindy.
Yeah, but she was no. It was the others.
She had missing teeth and
Right.
everything. It was
Who
baby.
played? Y'all watched the Brady Bunch? Somebody.
Who's the one that broke her nose? Was that Marsha?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my no.
Let's
Oh,
talk.
I know. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you?
No, it was
how'd
Peter
you-
that dribbled the basketball through. He kind of like broke a record. He's like just dribbled the basketball all day. Or was that Bobby?
Yeah.
One of them did.
We know ain't no white boy ever won no dribbling contest, man.
Man, Jerry West just passed away. Oh, there they go. That's a new version.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Yo,
Oh, yeah, he did break a nose. Yeah, you right about that, bro. Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, they broke it,
Pow, right?
and it was crooked, right? Wow.
Pow, right in the kisser.
That's the new version. It's not real.
It says 95.
man, that's a Mandela effect.
Yeah, that's not the real Brady Bunch. The real Brady Bunches.
Yeah, I've never seen the radio.
Pow,
So
right in
I
the
can't
kitchen.
throw my opinion. in
You
there.
know. Nowadays though, they remix all these old shows and they make them black families. So we're probably gonna have the Black Brady
I
Bunch.
heard.
Yeah.
I heard there was I think the new cartoon of Good Times. But I didn't watch that stuff, man. I didn't even watch the new Martin, man. And Martin is my favorite.
Hello, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh, are you serious? This dude's on it.
The Brady Bunch. Oh,
Oh, come on. What kind of subliminal what's going on? It's nah, man, it's got to be a comedy.
It's a Chappelle skit or something.
Well, that's cool. That's got
Yo,
soul.
I want to see them do Fat Albert with white people though. That shit would be funny.
That would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's called Family Guy.
That's called Family Guy.
There you go.
Family Guy.
There you go.
Well, Family Guy was a play off of Homer, right? Well, The Simpsons. Well, they made Homer. Peter is like completely retarded. Homer at least tried to be good. He tried to be a good father. That was the dumb down of the male being kind of a little stupid and stuff like that. How TV changed and how it kind of demasculated. How it brought the leader image down and stuff like we don't even know. They started that with what's his name from Love and Marriage? Al Bundy.
Al Bundy.
Married with children.
Married with Children. Who was a gangster and
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, right? He was a gangster and
He did 12 touchdowns.
huh?
He did 12 touchdowns.
Yeah.
What was that?
And then now he's in Modern Love, right? With the gay son and
What's
all
the
the gay stuff.
No, Al Bundy was a gangster in Miami Vice. You remember that?
Oh,
Yeah, man, pull up Al Bundy in Miami Vice. He was a
that was-
gangster. He was a gangster. There you go.
That was before. my
Alex
time.
actually told me about an Instagram channel. Tell him, Alex, that I love that. It's nothing but like Married with
There you go.
Children clips.
Oh,
And
yeah,
if you
it's
go
Al
back
Bundy
and,
clips, yeah.
There you go.
yeah, just
Check him out.
Tapes, records, full documentation of
Bundy,
prostitution,
y'all.
kiddie porn, extortion, At least 7 murders. I can bust convicts whenever I want to.
Oh, wow.
See? Now he was reduced to
he was on coke. Look at him though. He's in Miami. He looks skinny there.
Yo,
That's Vice City right there.
Vice City, Vice City. Word. You know what I mean?
Man, I want to hear Killah Priest rhyme, man.
Man, oh man. Yeah,
I want to hear your son spit. I know he got some venom.
Yo, man.
He got some skills.
Little sign. I keep it casual though. I keep it calm.
Yeah, man. But that's how. I'm not gonna freestyle yet, but we got some new stuff there. For real, we've been moving around. You know, we do this every day, man. So what's that? Wow, is that extra? What's that? Vedic Vape Room Extra Room?
Yeah, it's a collaboration you guys did together.
All right, let's go. Let's play that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Open Qurans beneath Ramadan dates. A Hittite king assassinated by a Syrian prince. A chronicle from the honorables recorded the event. Also with the help and the blessings of a religious establishment. Priest is the dragon in the trench. It's raining badly. I'm throwing daggers while I'm drenched. On the top of his palace, I scale down, looking through his windows, eating salad. Holding the chalice,
What's that one?
moving silence. Like smoke.
That's
you'll
a
never
Vedic
taste
Vape
the
Room
scope on your
freestyle
palate.
we did.
Who won the holy throat in the challenge? Bleeding out,
You have
trying
to
to
play
stop
them
the
one.
blood while I kneel on the prophet rug. Shots.
Yeah,
forgot that one.
yeah, man. We go. Shout out to Solar Facts, man. That's it. Solar Gym Solar Facts coming soon.
Solo effect?
That's a dope. No, this is one of the.
Somebody on the chat. Yeah.
That's dope.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man. But yo, I like where we going with this, man. I like that, man. It's so crazy because starting a Podcraft, you get to learn so many things and so many things that open up my mind. I've never looking at the universe the way that I see it now.
Is your podcast only available on Spotify?
Alex,
Man, that's a question for y'all.
Oh yeah, no, we're on. We should be on everything. Apple Music, basically any podcast player, we're on there. But
Nice.
we mostly just focus on Apple and Spotify. But yeah, we're on everything.
Are you guys doing any video stuff too?
Yeah, we have a Rumble channel, and Alex just started a TikTok, but it's something like we're just barely like branching into. But I will shout out, we got hooked up with you through Tyler, the Fittest Flat Earther, and I think he's still in the running for Mr. Health and Fitness magazine.
Yeah,
and go vote for him. Go vote for him.
Wow.
We need him to win because he'll bring truth and he'll be on every magazine and every Walgreens, every Walmart, every like grocery store you go shopping at. Go support my boy Tyler, the Fittest Flat Earther. Shout out. That's how I hooked up with Vinny because he's the one that heard the episode with Vinny.
right.
And,
No, Vinny be doing this.
Yeah. Is that who it was? That's who told Alex about
it
me?
was Tyler. It was
Right,
Tyler,
yeah.
the Fittest Flat Earther. And he's like number 2 on Dave Weiss's app, Flat Earth Clock app. So for like,
Is he
and
work,
if you guys,
he's trying to get his abs flat or what? He's flat.
Hey.
right?
Yo.
As flat as the earth.
Flat. Yeah,
But
he's-
Raul, you were saying if he wins, that he was going to wear a FirmaMental shirt, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
that the thing?
he said he'll rock a FirmaMental shirt in the photo shoot. So we got to make that thing happen, man.
That'd be dope. How about all flat earthers wear a round shirt, and then all the rounders, what do you call the rounders, wear flat earth shirts?
Rounders.
The
And,
Globers.
Globers wear flat earth shirts, and everybody just switch up sometime. You know, like when you heard of the theory of using your other hand, your opposite hand. Like say if you're used to using your right hand, take a day out and use your left hand. They said it will activate
The
your
whole
brain.
day.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. It will activate your brain in certain ways, like. You know, because you're doing a change. It's just like going to the gym when you don't ever go to the gym. So it has it opens up other chambers in your thought patterns, your brain.
Ambidextrous.
There you go. Well, it's like practice. No, I'm saying they say it's a theory that's out there. They're saying that if you just switch up, like say if you always grabbing stuff with your right hand or you brush your teeth with it, just do it different. Yeah. Just do it different for a day. They said it'll make a big
Hey,
difference.
bro, I'm on a podcast with Killah Priest right now. I'll call you later.
That's right.
The guy doesn't mute himself.
all
I
good,
thought my
man.
phone was muted.
That's pretty
Yo.
cool. Man.
I just wanted to quickly say before I get thrown off this podcast that Killah Priest, I wanted to say thank you so much for appearing on the Old Dirty Bastard original album on the Snakes track. I mean, when I heard that, it was just like, wow. And then the Jizza Beneath the Surface and obviously on Wicked Swords just blew my mind. So thank you for the music that you've created, and I'm just such a huge fan. Man, and now that I've met you, I'm even bigger fan. So thank you.
Man, thank you so much, bro.
Hey, Killah, I wanted to ask you, man. Like, can I hear your top 5 favorite MCs of all time?
Oh, man.
And give me and then after that, throw a few West Coast rappers out there.
How you know my top is not West Coast? Come on, man. Yo, come on, man. Should I start back? I mean, there's a lot of good MCs. I don't want to be the cliche, but you always got your 5, your top. Who influenced me is Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Slick Rick, KRS-One, and Coogee Rap. You're always gonna say that. Right?
Nice.
So those are the guys when we was coming up that was just like most incredible on the microphone. And it was changing from hip hop, and you don't stop. They just came in lyrical. And it was like, oh man, we could do that. It just opened my mind if we could just explore and do different things. So I'll say that. Slick Rick. And then I'll say I like Joey Badass too. I don't think you get enough. Lupe, Joey Badass, and then from the West Coast, of course, Ice Cube, Snoop. What's my man from the Bay though? Oh, he's dope.
E40.
E40, yo. E40. Yeah, but he be spitting lyrics though. E40 got lyrics. He be saying some lyrics that make you think too, and definitely my brother that passed off.
Jesus Christ had dreads, so shake him.
Yeah, exactly.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I did a song with him too. I had a chance to do a song with him.
Chino XL?
Oh, Chino's the lyrical god, man. I'm not talking about lyricals.
I find it interesting, Killah, that you didn't name any Wu-Tang members.
Well,
so
exactly.
Who are your favorites to work with? I'm assuming the Jizza is probably one of your favorites to work with.
Of course, Jizza, ODB, and Ghost, Raekwon. I mean the whole clan. I would say, Jizza, and I don't know what you asked me. Who's my favorite to work with?
I'm assuming that the Jizza was your favorite because it seems like you're kind of teaming up with him the most from what I've listened to.
Well, that's my genesis right there. So yeah, of course. So it'd be Jizza, ODB, Ghost Woman, what's the whole clan? I can't. So everybody's my brother. You know what I mean? So RZA's always there.
I was going to say live. And this is going to sound maybe crazy, but when I went to go see Wu-Tang live, I was actually really impressed with U-God, his stage presence, and I feel like he's kind of slept on. Yeah. But live, he was one of my favorites. I was surprised by that.
U-God is he's a master. It's Capadonna.
We got Capadonna here.
Yeah. Cap was on the show. Actually sitting here, you know what I mean? Starksman on the show too.
Capadonna was cool because he couldn't stop rhyming. Like when he was talking to you, his sentences would come out in rhymes.
He's an MC. He's an MC all the way through.
All the time. Like he was always rapping in a way.
How they say it's all in my genes. How Jizza says all in my blood, all of my genes, all of my stream. You know what I mean? So he's like that. There's a guy named Scotty Waddy that y'all don't know about. He's like his name is Jackpot now. U-God, because U-God is authentic. So it's like he had him on his album, but he's like the first cat from Staten Island that was like incredible. I thought he was Rakim at first when he was just like, I came in my door, he was like, Scotty Waddy and Pete and Pee Wee B. They had a crew out there. And it was just amazing. So Jizza would bring the tape.
Amazing.
And we would listen to it. And his name is Scotty Waddy, Jackpot. That's the origin. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Hey, Killah, I think he was thinking about Nipsey Hussle, right?
Of course. Shout out to Nip. Shout out to Nip. Miyoshi. That's Nip. Shout out to him.
Man.
Yeah, definitely, man. He's we a birthday day apart. Yeah, man.
Wow.
So I can't forget about Nip, man. Shout out to him. Word. Peace to everybody up. I'll see y'all in there, man. If y'all got any more questions or anything, y'all can hit the super chat too, man. Show us some love. We show y'all our blood. You know what I mean?
Real.
Yeah, so we just spitting it out. Solo, you got anything to say? I love this conversation, man. Sometimes you can sit back and talk about some of these things like Bigfoot and things of that nature. How does it affect and some of the things that they be hiding. There's even animals that they come out with now. There's different. Y'all get into the animal world too?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we talk
love the
about
animal
jaguars.
kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, they have some interesting things. Did y'all see that bird that starts forest fires?
I actually saw an Instagram video about that.
Yeah,
that was
there
pretty
you go.
interesting. Yeah.
Crazy, right? The hawk.
Yeah.
I have to clean.
He smokes out. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to clean things and turn things in it. And then later on, then you wonder why that the head of that hawk is on one of your deities, God, and is the god of fire or something like that. Never know, man. The way they put
real.
some of these things in. Yeah, the world back
Horus,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yes. And the world back then wasn't like the world now. So we see things different now. Like, it really meant something. You walk out, you don't have TV, you see a hawk, it's really real, or falcon or whatever it is, it's real. You're not watching TV, you don't got this luxury of seeing, you don't got Animal Kingdom, I'll take it back. Or Mutual Omaha with the old man.
That was the
Welcome to the
bomb,
mission.
wasn't it? That was the bomb.
Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, Grizzly Adams. That was my boy, man.
your
with
joints.
that red beard.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he'd be like petting the animals and stuff. Like, yeah.
He's just
Dude, shout out the Croc Hunter too, Steve Irwin. That was my boy.
R.I.P. Yeah, he's original. He first came out there. He went down with the Rays, right? Stingray.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
Dude, he just happened to get stung right in the chamber of his heart, and they said if he would have just left it in and went to the hospital,
Right.
that he probably would have survived. But he pulled it out and he bled out.
Yeah.
How crazy is that, man? When it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah. And then sometimes you go out like that. It's like there's a certain glory to it. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
Because you're doing you. It's like a warrior on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? A great warrior. Sometimes you want to go out with the whole thing. So it's like he was real. About what he did, man. So it's
Yeah, he was in his element. It's like that William Wallace moment, man.
There you go.
Shout out Braveheart, man. That's one of the most gangster movies of all time.
Exactly. Kings of what's that? Gangs of New York. The Butcher.
Yeah,
I love the Butcher. Yeah.
Oh, dude, the 300 with the Spartans when he kicks the demon down the hole. This is for Sparta.
Yeah. Choose your words wisely. Yeah. I always talk about that, man. We build on that meme and Cap. And Sue was talking about 300 because they actually didn't really win. But they won that battle. It was 300. Persia kind of won that. Xerxes won. Yeah, I didn't think about that, right?
Yeah.
But what was Sparta's thing was, although Leonidas was, he said what actually happened. Remember, he told Xerxes, all I want to see is a god king bleed. And if he fulfilled that, when he threw that spear, and it tore his nose ring out in his ear. But he said, no, this is not. Well, not breathe. Hold your head. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of cool. We'll talk about that later, man. Because go down some. KP, would you ever collab with Lil B? Who's Lil B?
I don't know.
I don't know some of these cats, man. My son, he was crying on the phone. My other son. He said, man, I can't talk right now. They just killed little Fred. I was like, there was some name like that. I don't know.
You don't know Little Fred?
Nah, it was like one of these dudes, like little snap. I don't be knowing all,
Everybody be little nowadays.
Yeah.
That's
It all started from Little Richard.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Ed O.G. and Master Ace. If
Wow.
you never heard their album and that song that they did about little this, little that, have you ever heard that track?
Nah. I went to Little China,
man.
though.
Master Ace and Edo G are gangsters. They rocked one of the dopest hip hop shows I've ever seen in Albuquerque. Actually,
I love Albuquerque, man. I've been out there. I'm gonna come out there again. Some friends out there in Albuquerque, man. I love it out there. Do y'all still have that? If it's this little place like a pyramid, and it's a club thing. It's like a pyramid in the middle somewhere. I
know where you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Right downtown. Well, that's the Bank of Albuquerque building, but there's some clubs around it. So yeah, that's probably what you're talking about. Yeah, Albuquerque, man. We're number one we're number one for crime.
Yeah, bring your Kevlar. Bring your Kevlar.
Yeah. Wow.
Come on in.
That beautiful place is always like that, man. Look at Cali. Cali's beautiful, but you go in the wrong spot.
I gotta get my door. My youngest son's walking in the door. I'm gonna let him in. I'll be right back.
All right.
Man, you remind me of my man Maze Overlay so much, man. And he's from Phoenix too. Got the same type of demeanor. Yeah, man. So you out there in Canada, man. How's it going out there since the Drake and
Yeah, we got Justin Bieber, we got Drake. These are all the MCs and singers that I do not pay any attention to. And I don't know how much heat you want to catch on here, but I am absolutely not a Drake fan. Never have been, never will be.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when he made that song Wu-Tang Forever, I was just like, oh my goodness, this guy's trying so hard.
I gotta give him props for that though. Yeah.
Jeez. But, yeah, no, I'm a Wu-Tang fan, but not a Drake fan. Sorry, guys.
No doubt, man. Each his own. I love it, man. This is all great.
I always see him in the background of those rap battles, though.
What, Drake?
Like King of the Dot.
Yeah. He loves MCing.
Like,
he loves the art.
Yeah.
He loves the art. Drake. The name Drake come from the Draco or the Draconian.
The Draco constellation.
Yeah, and he be knowing that. That's why the owl.
That's where we get the word Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula. He knows about all that. I know y'all already know that. Y'all have the guests on there.
And dragon.
You're talking about the animal kingdom, though. The word Drake is you call a male duck a Drake.
Oh wow, melt.
And I'm a duck hunter. I'm a duck hunter.
Don't give him no more.
Bam!
Don't give Kendrick no more animation. I mean,
that's real. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I never knew that.
Ammunition. Yeah. Also, Drake is a duck.
Yeah, Drake is a male duck.
His logo is the owl.
Hey, you want to hear a crazy story about owls?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so when I was living in northern New Mexico in a small town called Las Vegas, New Mexico, and this town is, look it up, it's the oldest, it's the original Las Vegas, New Mexico. This town has a lot of history, a lot of Masonic history, a lot of like Old West history. Billy the Kid used to frequent this town back in the days. They used to do public lynchings in the park. It was originally going to be the capital of New Mexico, but they diverted the rail system to Santa Fe, and then Santa Fe became the state capital because these people that were over there were doing shady stuff. But there's a lot of history in this town, and a lot of secret societies, a lot of witchcraft, a lot of brujeria, which in Spanish means like witchcraft. And when I first got into like conspiracies, I heard about one of my friends showed me a video of Bohemian Grove. You guys are familiar with Bohemian Grove, and the video that supposedly Alex Jones took, where he infiltrated and took them doing this ritual in front of the giant effigy of an owl, and they do this thing called the cremation of care.
Yep.
And I went to the library and I rented this book, and I was like reading about all this stuff and these secret societies. And just when I happened to be researching all this stuff, because it's a small town, I used to walk to the bar down the street, and I go have a few drinks and I walk home. And where I lived like pretty near a Mason lodge, and I was at this bar, and I leave and I'm walking home, and it's late at night, and it just happens to be when I'm researching all this stuff, right? And I'm walking in front of the Mason lodge, and I hear this brrr, brrr, brrr. And I look up, and on top of the Mason lodge, no kidding, right in the middle when I'm reading this book is this giant barn owl.
Wow.
And he's just staring at me. And I'm like, just at first I just laughed. I'm like, that's funny, dude. Like, owl just happens to be on top of a Mason lodge. Okay, whatever. It's a small mountain town in northern New Mexico. No big deal.
Nice.
I walk down the street further, I get to a gas station. It was called the Savo-Mat. They had one of those old signs that spin with the prices on them. This motherfucker's sitting on top of it. And he's all, brr, 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 brr. And I'm like, I see him, and I'm like, oh, my Lord. Is this thing following me? I walk down the street, and my house was in front of a park with a library. And he's in a tree at the park, brr, 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 making this noise at me. That was the third time. So this thing is following me around. And I got completely creeped out. I ain't going to lie. I beeline for my place. I opened the door, shut it, and I was like, I'm not going outside. Fast forward, like a week later, I'm at my girlfriend at the time. I'm at her house. And I'm showing her little brother a video of Bohemian Grove on a computer. And I'm like, check this out. Like, watch this video. I go outside to smoke a cigarette because at the time I smoked cigarettes, and dude, this owl comes and lands like the same owl, big. I mean, huge, like 2.5, 3 foot owl just lands right on this phone pole right outside the house, just staring dead at me.
That's crazy.
And I'm creeped out. I'm creeped out. I ain't gonna lie. There was some river rocks, like, you know, they had the front yard decorated with like some rocks. And I reached down, I picked one up, and I threw it at this mother sucker. And I used to play baseball, so I could throw, you know, and this thing whizzed right by this owl's head. I mean, I missed him by like that much. I've never thrown a rock at a wild animal in my life. That a bird that doesn't fly away, or like you throw something at an animal and it scurries off. Yeah. This thing just like a. Yup.
That was real.
Boom! Just staring at me, dude. Just no intimidation at all.
Yeah.
I went like this. I grabbed the doorknob behind me. I opened up the door like that, and I walked in the house. I flicked my cigarette out, and I walked in the house and shut the door. I wouldn't even turn my back to this thing. I go to my girl's room, and I tell her, hey, I was like, look out the window. Go look. And she's all, what's going on? And I was like, just look. And she pulls down the blinds, and she's all, what are you talking about? I was like, look. And I point at the phone pole, and she sees this thing. Wow. And she's all, you need to fucking stop now. Wow. She's all, I'm creeped out. Just stop. She's like, don't be watching these videos at my house. Don't be talking about this stuff. Just quit. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I just chugged my beer and tried to go to sleep. Yeah, so I had these things follow. Yo, I had these things follow me around.
Wow, that's incredible. Yo, you know why? Because the same thing happened, but this was with a hawk with my son, my other son. So the owl it's a top of the food chain predator. So it's not like a bird, like a pigeon or anything like that, which is straight prey, unless you're a little crumb or something like that. But the owl's looking at you when you're throwing stuff at it. It's like, it's not going to run because it has nobody that's hunting it. So it's like, what are you doing? Feed me? So it's looking at you like, what are you throwing at me? It's kind of looking at you like, because they're in their kingdom, they're the top predator. So it's like, what are you doing? Feed me? Is this food that you're giving me? Or what is it? Trying to understand
there's nothing that could touch an owl, right?
Right. No.
Like they you could look this up too. They fly in complete silence. They're the only bird that can flap its wings with no noise. They're specifically designed to fly completely stealth. They can see 360 degrees. They can turn their head all the way around. They can see in pitch blackness. That's why people in the occult worship these creatures, because they have 360 degree vision in complete blackness. Right. So like they're highly revered spiritual animals.
That's right. That's right. A lot of the natives took it, and you got to remember, I'm telling the audience, don't go outside getting upset with owls tonight. Try to look for. I mean, you can try to find one, but you got to look. Yeah. Sometimes people don't look. But it's not the owl, it's the mythos behind the owl and what it represents. So the owl's an incredible creature. You know, like he said, it's stealth, and you know, they 99% of the time they catch their prey. So it's like they take on this attribute just like the owl, and it's like being very mystic. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. So and it's like they rack up everything for these cults. They rack up everything: the serpent, the owl, the cat, the dog. Who's going to the dog? We hide in the fog. Yeah, so it's kind of ill when you say that. Man.
Yeah. The one other thing that I would mention about the owl too is like in Native American lore, like I think an owl is like a Bigfoot.
Right.
If you see one, it's because he is allowing you to see him, right? Or she or whatever, you know. The creature itself is presenting itself to you. You only see it. You would not even know it's there. It's like a mountain lion. A mountain lion is a ghost of the mountains. My boy Alex has a crazy story of a mountain lion that he should tell you guys. We want to talk about nature.
Oh, I know you out in Canada. Come on, bro.
Oh, dude, he's got to tell you his mountain lion story. But it's because it's allowing you to see it. Just like a Bigfoot. I believe like if you see Bigfoot, you don't see one because you just happenstance. It's showing itself to you. And this is just me, but I don't think you have to. A lot of people say, oh, I got to see it to believe it. I got to see it to believe it. I think you have to believe to see.
That's real.
It's a good way to look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shares down is at the house. He said, what are you looking at? He said, who you talking about, me? Hey, Solo, tell him what we was... I was getting actually get set up. Yeah. Solo about to show y'all something that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Too, speaking of the owls.
Yeah. You can explain it. You can explain it.
Yeah, man. Well, my mother had transcended to the ancestor kingdom. So we were down south. We were walking, man, late at night. We were just on a mission, just drinking gallons of water every day, right? So we just,
that's right. Yeah.
Every day a gallon. We just said, let's do something different. Just keep drinking water. So we was drinking gallons of water. And so we would take these long walks late at night, and boom, sure enough, we was walking down some strip, and I glanced up, and it was a gigantic owl.
Yeah.
Right there, looking at us the whole time. And we just looked, and I just said, Solo, it's an owl right there. And he's like, yo, I think you're right. Because I just glanced at it real quick, but it looked like a steeple or something like that, like a fat giant, really huge. And I was like, Salo, and he confirmed it. He looked, he said, yeah, that is an owl. Then you just saw his head move, like, woof, looked right at us. He got it on film.
Yeah.
On tape.
Well, I got a picture. Yeah, I got a picture of it. But
yeah.
That's what I'm doing exactly right now. As
you show the picture. We showed it before, but they're really cool and amazing to see, man.
Yeah, I think.
Well, the Navajo Indians out here in New Mexico believe that if you're in your house at night and you look out your window and you see an owl outside your window, it's a prophecy of death that somebody in your near circle is going to die soon.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep. There definitely whole omens like that.
There's so they could possibly be like carriers of the spirit realm, right? Like intercessors between our realm and the next.
Yeah. I believe so. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's the picture right there, though.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's the picture right there.
Yeah. So
that looks like a statue.
It looked like a statue, yeah. No, but it's real. That's right.
That's how he looked on the top of that Mason Lodge, too.
Yo. It's crazy, man.
It's definitely an amazing experience when you're blessed with an owl.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You get to see those every time. And just check this out.
And it was an owl that kept we couldn't see it though. Remember the owl we couldn't see?
Oh yeah. Shout out to John Newsom. You talking about?
Oh, I was even talking about that one, but that was another time too. Yeah. That was in I'm talking about the one that we couldn't see in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, we kept hearing it. It was the same one. Yeah,
that could have been different. No, because that was at night. That was a whole nother day when we saw that one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But the one the one that you talking about is we went to Vermont. Vermont. That was we didn't. Did we get see? Did y'all see it? Because I didn't see it yet.
No, we didn't get to see it, but we did see it. Yeah, we did see it. It was in the daytime too. Caught them. It was just because they look like tree. They look like tree trunks. It's hard to spot them because they look like every owl looks like the tree that they're on. So it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, you could just walk right by it. If it doesn't move its head, you just think it's just a tree, a part of the tree. See the color of them? Yeah. They all look like the trees, like a part of the tree. All just
Nah,
like
it's,
pigeons.
it's stealth. It's like
Stealth.
Camouflaged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Vinny? What's good?
Oh, I'm good. I'm enjoying the show. I knew you guys would have a lot of fun together.
Yeah, man, it's kind of cool.
That's why I'm just trying to be quiet and let you guys have fun. And I'm enjoying it. I knew you guys would get along.
Yeah, man. We got to make this happen. We got to make this happen.
And Raul and Alex, you know, when I come on your show, I'm gonna try and do the best show that you guys had. So we're gonna try and do a big one when I come on.
Yeah, we're not gonna roller coaster it. Okay.
yeah.
Man.
And I don't think he explained too. So the code, he didn't say coaster. He said codester. This dude's name was Cody. So Alex coined the name roller coaster.
I like that. Roller coaster. Coaster, yeah.
Sorry, man. I had to leave because dude, my youngest son just came home and he's crying. So I had to go to the Papa duties. You know what I mean?
I feel
but
you.
Did Alex tell you his mountain lion story?
No, we want to hear that. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh man. So I live in the Rocky Mountains of Canada. So and I'm an avid motorcycler. So I love going on all these different trails and things like that. So I've seen grizzly bears. I've seen rams, like big rams, like the size of your car. I've seen black bears. I've seen wolves, but nothing is crazier than this time that my wife and I, we got off the motorcycle on a dirt road, and we were taking some pictures of the sun setting. And we just get back on the bike, and I'm not even going like 10 miles an hour, just going super slow. And we're just kind of watching the sunset, and all of a sudden, out of the ditch jumps the biggest male mountain lion I've ever seen. It was probably the size of a 8-10 person size dining room table. Like it was like twice the size of any mountain lion you'd see in a zoo. And the thing took one leap, landed in the middle of the road, and took another leap.
What?
And was gone. It probably covered 30 feet in like 2 jumps. And crazy me, I'm like, oh, should I stop? Should I get some pictures? And my wife's just smacking me in the back of the head, like, fucking move! What are you doing?
Yo.
Wow.
I'm telling you, we had the adrenaline running for probably 12 hours. After that, like that's how fast my heart was beating for the rest of the day, to be in the presence of an animal that magnificent with no, when you're at the zoo, it's a different thing. Yeah. But to be with an apex predator that close, like honestly, it was probably 5 to 10 feet in front of me in my motorcycle. And like I said, I was going very slow to watch this incredible thing, and to know that it was probably watching us while we were taking those photos. Wow. It's like, makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, that, if it wanted to, could have taken us out, no problem. We'd be gone.
That's when you go to a bar after that, man.
Yeah.
Like, who won it? Who won it? Who won it? I just saw it.
Much respect to Mother Nature, though.
Beer.
Much respect to Mother Nature.
They're just
and it's Canada, so I didn't have a gun on me. There is no protection. All I had was my wife. I, throw her in front of me and try to get away. But
That's wild. Yo.
I'll pretend.
Yo.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Man.
Hey, Killah, what's your wildest animal experience?
You got one? To the bear? With the bear? Remember you told me with the bear?
No, it was the boar.
The boar, yeah. You told me that.
Yeah. It have to be the boar. It happened in Israel when I went over there, and I was with these cats there. Everybody was armed, and I just had to take a piss, man, real quick. Man, I said, yo, man, I don't know what it was, but we was going through the woods or something like this, the rubbish and all of that, and I went and take a piss, man, and no lie, it was like that whole area just shook back and forth, boom, 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 and the boar just came out, boom, with the horns like this, boom, right there, and I was like, yo, and it was so powerful, yo, and it just stared at me, right, and it just knew. I was like, I just froze up, and it looked at my hands, and it just looked at my pocket. And it like knew, like, do you have a weapon? He was just checking me out, like really checking me out. Like, okay, you don't have nothing. I know this is funny. And you don't usually bump into me, and I don't usually bump into you, but we face to face right now. And I'm like, that thing could have just came right here. So I'm yelling, like, yo, is a boar, a pig right here. So they was like, what, where? And he just waited for a minute. And was like, oh, they're coming. And he just raced back into the woods. And when I say it shook everything, like boom, 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 like that, it was crazy. But it was like it was really close, like maybe like 4 feet.
Were you turtle heading?
Yeah, I was like, all of that stopped. I was just like, all of that stopped. I was like, oh, whoa. I was like, all of that stopped. That was crazy, man. That was very intense, man.
Yeah,
that was
or
crazy.
mess you up.
Yeah, that was intense. Yeah, because
I
if
tell
you
you
wanted
what,
to.
ain't nothing crazier than some crack neighborhood pit bulls, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
you tell us about that. What?
Bro, man, I used to go on some missions back in the day, dude.
Crack?
There was this once, crack neighborhood pit bulls, man. They left their gate open, and I almost got mauled by like these 3 pit bulls, and I don't know, like the Lord's grace. Thank you, Yeshua, man. He saved me from this before I was even saved. But I was walking home. I had been on one, and I was walking home, and somebody left their gate open, and 3 like the big nugget head pit bulls, man, just came rushing at me, and there just happened to be a big rock right there. I picked it up, and I just threw one lucky shot. Not like the owl. I hit the
You and your
lead
rock
dog.
throwing, man.
Yeah, I'm a caveman. Hit this one in the head, and he went, and he like yelped, and it scared the other ones off. But man, I thought I was gonna get killed, because if they would have got a hold of me, they would have probably ate me for dinner, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man. It's good that
And
you always near rocks. No, for real.
Yeah.
That's good.
Good thing we out west, man. If it
Yeah.
was New York, man, I'd be looking for a broken chunk of concrete
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Nah, New York, you gotta hop a fence. You gonna have to trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I've never been out to New York.
Oh
Never.
wow, word. You gotta come out there, man.
Yeah, where you guys at now? Where you guys live?
We in LA, out here.
Yeah,
But-
see, Killah, man, he had to migrate to where it's that good weather's at, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's kind of, well, you know, I wanted to get somewhere. First place I went was San Diego. And I saw that place. I was like, oh, man, this is great, man. And then, you know, a place where you can get where, because in my studio session used to be it used to be crowded all the time. So I wanted to, you know, create where I get a little piece. Now, we always talk about moving out. I mean, the first one who moved out here probably was Resin. So
Wow.
we always talk about moving around, and I knew he was around, so I just said, man, forget it. I'm staying, man. That's first time I saw was the wildest animal I ever saw was the killer whale, the orca. Yeah, that was trippy. Yeah, that's trippy. That trumps everything. My bag. Shout out to DJ Guam. He was there with me when we saw that, man. That was crazy. Those dolphins, like, I mean, what you call it? The dolphin, the fin.
They are the largest species of dolphin. The orca is the largest species of dolphin.
What you call it? What you call the
The fin.
The fin, yeah. It's a certain yeah, it's a fin, but it's called the
dorsal fin.
The dorsal, right? Yeah, man. It was so large, yo. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
On this beach.
Hey, I gotta ask you, Killah, too. It sounds like I'm used to being the podcast host. I'm sorry, but I gotta ask you, man.
Yeah.
Being out there in California, man, what do you think about Gavin Newsom and California politics? I'm just curious.
Oh man, Gavin Newsom. Who's that? Who's the
governor?
Governor. Man, I never got into that, man. I just know, you know, it's got a lot of good weed. I didn't get it. Yeah, there's a lot of good trees out here. Waves, like I'm like Biggie. How Biggie said it. The women, waves. Yeah. Waves. He forgot the waves though. He said, "I live out there. Don't go." He said it's all about.
I live out there, so don't go there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I referred to my man Razcast and Corrupt and going to the studio. Yeah, man. So it's like, yeah, they know all the politics, man. I'm just here to make the music and have a good time and travel, man.
Good for you.
Yeah. I just
open
know
up for
all that
rap.
stuff. I treat it just like the world politics. It's good to have our whistleblowers and eye seers to catch on that, because we're a whole body. So we can't do everything. So we have a whole body system. Like AD controls the rocket. I may do the music. Solo Gems, he does the music, and he got the youth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all. I say doorkeepers. Vinny up there, he's a whistleblower, and he stays on them Jesuits, man. He got those Jesuits right in the palms of his hand, and we need all of that. We all a body. So we formed Voltron. I think they made that movie based on us. They know, man, once they get together, I'll form the legs. You need the whole body.
Well, actually, Killah, it actually goes to the Bible. There's a quote recently, my friend, we were talking about it, and it talks about like the left hand and the right hand, but but it's all part of the body. Right. But maybe I'm the left hand and Raul's the right hand, and you're the foot.
Right.
And the hand might say, "Oh, I'm not like the foot," but you're still part of the body. So we're all meaning we're all different, but we're all connected to the body, God.
Right.
And we're all just parts of it.
Right.
And to add on to that, I believe it says, "What good is it the body if one hand would chop off the other?" Right.
Right.
And I look at this too, because people always say
that's fighting with each other. That would be us fighting with each other.
I'm like the nipple.
Better, the nipple. The mole. All that's a part of the body. It's better to enter into a liquor store with one arm, right? One arm, than be outside. The whole body be outside, or get kicked out the club. You know what I'm saying? Either way you put it, man, I'm just using modern day terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think this is awesome to think about too when it comes to thinking about the church, right? I'm so distraught with corporate Christianity, especially I call it because I am a follower of Christ. I do believe in Jesus. I'm not down with this Christ consciousness thing that we can ascend to Christhood through our consciousness. I believe Yeshua really existed. He came here. He paid the penalty for our sins. I believe in a physical Christ. I believe in the living God, the living atonement for our sins. But at the same time, I'm not down. I never spew my religion upon anybody else. But what corporate Christianity has become is so sickening, because they just regurgitate the same sermons every Sunday. And it's just a repeat every year of the same thing. And it's this feel-good religion where people just show up twice a week and they're there for an hour, and then when they go back into their little lives, they just live however they want to live, and they don't practice what they preach. We need to put our faith into practice, like the Apostle Paul said, the faith without works is dead. And when the church fell for the deception of the pandemic and this 6 feet apart and and digital church, I was like, what master do you serve? Do you serve God or government? Because our God told us to lay hands on the sick and pray for one another and to have faith over these things. And everybody just laid down. And it made me sick. And I think more people are getting saved through podcasts now than they are through church. And if they're going to try to close God off one way, the Holy Spirit will permeate and find other places to fill those voids and those gaps. And that's why I believe in what we're doing so much, because I really do believe we're saying the things that they're treating as taboo. And we need to no longer treat these subjects as taboo, because they're the things that are waking people up. Is level playing geocentrism? Yeah, exactly. Is level playing geocentrism a salvation issue? No, it's not. But you know how many people I know that come to faith through flat earth? A lot. So it's not bad. If it's bringing people, we need to embrace, if you can't believe what the beginning of your most holiest book says, then why do you believe in the rest? You're going to try to make it conform to these Jesuits that created this shit in the 1600s and made up all these ridiculous theories, and now we believe in this? Or do we believe in God's holy word? Let God be true and every man be a liar, right? And we talk about the body. And people say, you got Seventh-day Adventists, Baptists, Lutherans, Catholics, Methodists, all these things, and they're all arguing and bickering with one another, and they can't get along, and they can't. God's coming back for one single body, one single bride. He's not coming back for us dismembered and all just broke apart. We have to learn to come together. And I think we're coming into this age where all this information's coming out, and there's going to be this revelation that people have, and we're going to see the union and the truth come out, and it's going to bring people together, and we'll set aside all these differences. Like, yeah, some people connect by praying to Rosie. Some people connect by going to, some people kiss snakes and do all kinds of crazy stuff. However you connect, but we don't all connect different ways. Just like the heart has a certain function, the brain has a certain function, your hands, your digits, your feet, your mouth, everything has a certain function in your body. We're all different parts of the same body. We're just out here performing different functions. We need to learn to be in unison with one another, and we'll see the true revelation of God come alive on earth.
That's fine.
That was real. That was real.
That's fine. Man.
I agree with that.
That's real deep. I'm glad you said that. What you said, I agree with that too, man. That's heavy. Word. Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, it's about unity. Yeah, man. Man, this been a great episode, man. No, you cats got to go. Well, we do too. Or something like that, man. We want to bring this to a closure or something. Vinny, you want to say something? Vinny,
just thank you. Thank everybody. It definitely, I think, went good. I knew it would. But yeah, the Killah Priest podcast gets to know about the FirmaMental people learning about the Killah Priest podcast. So, everything's good for everybody. And I love the networking,
And we got the link to the podcast in the description box along with the Rumble.
Yeah, man. Man, we got to keep in touch, man. Y'all too. Yeah, I love the conversation, and we got to have more of these conversations like that, man. And that's for all the youth to come in and people just to have a open mind and dialogue.
Maybe the next big flat Earth one. I'll let them know about the next big flat Earth one we do, Killah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yo, man, Vinny's been saying some stuff. He said that the Earth is not just flat, but is a cube now. You know what I'm saying? So he stands on that third. Yeah, for real, it's like like dice. I guess it's like, for real. It can't be a little hole and stuff like that. So
I haven't got there yet.
I guess he got the hot hand.
FirmaMental, when I come on the show, I'll get into some of that stuff.
I always thought that was funny how you roll dice, right? It's square cubes, but you rolling them.
That's right.
But, we go into a square ring. Words are so crazy, man. English words that we use. They say that a lot of stuff is like mystic and magic and stuff like that.
Square and compass.
Square and compass, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But
Jordan Maxwell, dude, go check out Jordan Maxwell, Maritime Law.
Yeah, he's the greatest, man. I still regard, man, Jordan he just connect, the way he was with words was crazy, man. He just connect everything, man. And he was one of the best, for real. R.I.P. to
R.I.P. William Cooper too, man. I was just listening to him today, man.
Yeah.
Behold the pale horse.
No doubt.
Alex, you got to jump in here. Let them know where they can find us. And I know they got the link in the description.
Yeah, let us know.
I'm gonna let Alex talk.
The best way to find us is to just go to the website, FirmaMentalPodcast.com. Check it out. You can find all our channels, check out our gear, grab some cool FirmaMental stuff. I got my True North shirts, Canada Day here. We got some American gear.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of cool stuff. My wife's designing all that stuff, KP Designs. So shout out to kpdesign.ca. And shout out to Claude, the producer. He's not here tonight, but man, our show is great. And I just wanted to say a huge shout out to AD, man. He's like, I love this show. This is super entertaining. So thanks for all the sound effects and all the stuff in the background, man. I really appreciate that. So,
I try to keep it entertaining for the part of the audience that has a short attention span.
Right.
This honestly was the most. Thank you. That's our website right there. I just wanted to say thank you to Solo Gem, to Killah Priest, to Vinny B for making this happen, to AD with the amazing graphics behind us. This was a good time. We're just letting our hair down and having some fun. I don't even have no hair. I'm bald, but
shout out to the Bald Nation.
We had a good time here, man. And honestly, I want to get you two on our podcast.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, why not? I like that.
So let's set that up. Vinny's coming soon. You guys are gonna come soon, and I'll just leave it at this: protect your dome.
Hey,
Right.
no doubt, man. And we gotta build. You and AD need to build. Word.
If we do that, it'll be on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, if
No,
we
I'm
go-
talking about some of the stuff, the Spotify and all that. It's all
Oh,
good,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, some good
All
stuff.
the links are in the description.
Yeah.
But I'm
exactly.
just saying, if we go on their show, it's got to be on a Tuesday.
There
Going
you go.
up on a Tuesday.
We'll
Yeah.
make it work. You
Yeah.
guys are VIP.
Hey, thank you, my
Nice.
brother. Thanks,
Well, nice.
thank you. All right, man. So, man, here we go, man. All the descriptions is in there. We want to thank y'all. We're gonna let y'all off the Podcraft, and this has been a great episode, man. And we need more. We need more. Y'all tune in, man. And with y'all support and everything, I'm talking to the audience right now. We're gonna make it happen.
Oh, Killah, should I mention the Wednesday? Because
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
the one more.
Oh,
So,
my man, Smoldering.
No. It's this guy with the Understand Conspiracy who's coming on Wednesday. He actually, his book comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
It's called The Nephilim Look Like Clowns. And I'm telling you, well, he's got the copyright. He got everything, the patents and everything.
That's dope.
So
Well, hey, we got to talk about
it's
that.
going to be a good show Wednesday.
Well, because Wednesday we're not doing.
Wednesday, yeah.
We're doing a
We're
show
talking
actually
afterwards.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
Because we got to announce that anyway. So
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
We're moving this week's Wednesday to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just because I gotta do a VIP Independence Day Patriot party on Wednesday night. But on so we're gonna move Wednesday to tomorrow for this week. So I don't know if you can move that.
So we on tomorrow, y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
Instead of Wednesday, we're on tomorrow. Yeah. Just for this week.
All right, I'll see what I could do.
All right, cool. Let me know.
There you go.
All right.
Hey.
Shout out Canada too. It's Canada's Independence Day today.
Shout out to
shout out
Canada,
to-
man.
yeah, shout
Hey,
Hey. That's right.
hey, man. Shout out to Independence Day for Canada, man. We're going out to we'll be out in I know it's close by Juneau again. We'll be out in Alaska.
Right. Yeah.
Coming up the 25th, we'll be out there in Alaska. We'll be in Juneau. You know what I mean? Speaking that
Juneau.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be out that wildlife.
You know, Killah Priest is gonna come back with a story about standing off with a moose.
Hey, that's what it is at, bro. Yeah. Word.
So a beer.
Musa. Yeah, exactly.
beer,
Shout out to my man Jared. Yeah, exactly. Jared and Lance.
That's right.
We're gonna be back out there. We gotta get John Newsom to come with us, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Shut up. Give me a minute to come out there for a minute. So, yo, man. That's it, my brothers. Word. Are you
Have a
celebrating
good night,
pagan?
everyone.
Somebody asked you. You don't believe.
Yo, Raul, hit me up.
Somebody say you
Hit me
believe
up,
you
Raul.
celebrate pagan or
Thank you, Vinny.
yeah.
Yo, thank you, Vinny. See you, Alex. See
Yeah,
you, Raul.
Raul.
Yo,
Solo.
what's up with your music, man? You gonna submit something? We'll play it for you if you got some. Cause shout out to some of the royal priesthood in there said you had some good music. So
Oh yeah.
I think I saw Aurora Borealis say something like he's been checking out your music and it's kind of dope. So you got a couple fans up there, man. Word.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I got a Spotify playlist, and then you can check out the Old World Order movie. The song plays at the end. I sent Vinny I haven't uploaded it to like Spotify or anything. We need to do that, just so people can get the. We should probably just do it on the website, just to try to capitalize on. I put some work into it, so give me $1, get a free download, listen to it whenever you want. But the Old World Order song for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah, but I could send you a link to some Spotify playlists, some of our old music in there. We have music on YouTube, like old concert footage that we did, with Jedi Mind Tricks and stuff. So yeah, there's some stuff out there.
Yeah. Well, shout out. Shout out to Crypt Jesus too, man. That's your message. Crypt Jesus, man, Capra, Rasul, Cap Jones, Ty Phoenix. All right, man. Thank you for coming through, brother. Coach Kadaka.
Peace.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Good
Peace,
night.
guys.
Peace,
Hey,
guys.
much love, much respect.
No doubt, my
Thank
brother.
you.
Word. You've been cool tonight, man. You've been great. All right, AD, let's move on to the music, man. This is going to be a short show. We'll be here tomorrow, like AD said.
We actually read on time.
Yeah. All right. So there's
It's a typical length show so far.
It's a typical Podcraft.
Typical Podcraft.
That's right.
Law of Math. Yo, shout out to Podcraft and the Law of Math.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thorn Promotions. You send in your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheesy. Cheesy said great shows. I'm just saying thank you. Man, I wanted to get on those animals for a little bit longer because I got a lot of stuff that I always wanted to show.
You always got
Because
info
people-
on the animals.
Yo, thank you, man. Yo, Danny Salinas, keep doing it. I know people, they send me, shout out to Ghostface too, man. They send me so many dope Instagrams and not just that, just YouTubes of just small little clips. And I was like, we're going to do a section like that, right, AD? We should just name it that.
Yeah.
A little section where we have the clips because I just like to hear
Instagram
different, perspective to it. I sent you a couple.
Yeah,
You know what I mean,
yeah, I got a lot,
I sent Solo Gem some, and it's good because now you got so much information that's coming out there now, man. You gotta make one wonder, and you gotta remember we are body, so everybody can't be the head, everybody can't be the shoulders, but your part is what you do.
Yeah, you play your role.
You play your role.
And it's all good. You know what I mean? Nobody, the hands can't be the feet. You know what I mean? You can't walk on your hands now.
Imagine going to the gym and just working on your jab.
Yeah.
Just keep somebody off of it. But then you got your right hook. It's just incredible. But you need that jab to set up that right hook. Without that jab, leaning into that jab, right, AD?
Yeah, you gotta lean back.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Lean back.
Yeah, Cross could set up the left hook.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean? It's all how you
There
set
go
it
Solo
up.
Gems.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Our first submission
The kick. Todd Craft. I like that.
is by Jack Dorian with a track called Snakes Instrumental Cover, kinda.
That's it.
Snake's cover?
Kinda.
That's what it says.
All right.
Here we go.
That's not.
Test your might.
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
All right. Jack Dorian. He said it's a Snakes cover instrumental. Okay. Sounds like he's doing some experimenting with some beat making. Interesting. Samples are a little loud. I probably wouldn't do the samples so loud. Probably got to work on the mix a little bit, but sounds like a work in progress. Yeah. Interesting track.
Mm-hmm.
What y'all think?
Yeah, very unorthodox. Very unorthodox. Very
Yeah.
unorthodox, but yeah, it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I liked it. It was alright. Can't complain. Can't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. It was dope. Shouts to
Jack Dorian.
Jack Dorian. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I love to hear. I agree with AD though. I love to hear the beginnings of. It looked like he's trying to find. Is very creative, trying to find himself though.
Mhm.
I don't think it's complete, but I agree with AD. I mean, you just coming into it. We want to hear some more music from you. So we try. I love when it's first starting because you get to see where a person is at with it. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of room, space, a lot of experiment going on, but you had your bass, doom, 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 doom,
Mhm.
doom. All right.
But it also related to the show. You know what I mean? Shouts, you know, that's another thing too, also related.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Talk about serpents.
Yeah, he was exposing things in his.
Mm-hmm. If you've seen the video.
This
Yeah,
is
I
that
see it.
church with the snake. See the
Yeah,
snake
is
eyes?
that real? That's crazy.
Well, that was-
I see the fangs too.
Tahuti did a whole thing on that. Remember?
Yeah, shout out to two. Yeah, this church particular.
Yeah,
wow.
in this photo particularly too.
Wow. You see this, and he's the snake master.
Yeah.
And he had different
You
images.
see the two fangs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for that submission, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we've got EJ Humble from Heartbeat, Connecticut, with a song called "Let 'Em Linger."
Oh.
Okay.
God in the flesh, God in the flesh, God in the flesh. I woke up and our government still fucking the poorest. The people need health care, not health insurance. When bullshit, politics, common sense is absent. While groups of blood-sucking parasites, pockets get fat and pig, Latin, up, fade, at, baby. We're living in tents on the side of the road, never pictured it that way. Gas spray, body full of casket, people mourn. Late night booty call, another bastard born. Families are torn apart by financial woes. Left with nothing but clothes, bankers profit and laugh. Give your finances to those at the top of the pyramid. Making money is serious. Born on government, fucking people for profits, big business. In the chest, it gets me right in my heart. I burn my spinach in hell. Cough, close my eyes, look at my image in hell. Watch Babylon and these laws they make up. Try to stay out this hellhole every day. I wake up, cause I know they don't care about me. The feeling is mutual. You see, and that's why I put up a middle finger and let it linger. Put up a middle finger and let it linger. Put up my middle fingers and let them linger on them. Put up a middle finger, living my rebel one. That's where I stand, 2 blunts up in my hands. 3 times 4 years later, yep. Still the man on the microphone and never left the mic alone like tabloids did the Thriller. Rest in power, fuck your killer. I'm iller cause I feel a void. God, I'm still annoyed cause I spit it for my oldest son, daughter, and little boys. So I'm preachy at times minus the pulpit. Cause I'm mind fertilization minus the bullshit. I spit how bulls hit, bullseye lyrics cause truth hurts. And learning I was property had me flipping like 2 birds. I'm on point, skewers, underground sewers. On lessons in defeat so I never feel like a loser. My new word, foo-foo, refer back to 2 birds. And live every waking day, YOLO is meant for true herds. You heard me, clearly I don't waste my breath. It ain't no Biggie Smalls, there is life after death. And I know they don't care about me. The feeling is mutual. You see, and that's why I put up a middle finger and let it linger. Put up a middle finger and let it linger. Put up my middle fingers and let them linger on them. Put up a middle finger, living my rebel life.
EJ Humble, Heartbeat, Connecticut. Let 'Em Linger. That's a catchy hook. Pull up a middle. That's a catchy hook. He's got a good sound.
Yeah, that's fire. Shout out to Mighty Hebrew. I see you. I can't answer.
But that was cool.
Yeah, that was.
That beat was like, kind of made you feel like, psychedelic a little bit with the strings.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's cool. He has his own little sound going on. I like it. What you think?
It's a track. I like it. I mean, I can't really give you anything deep about right now. You know what I mean? But I could say that I like the sound. Keep doing your thing and keep making music. It's enlightening. It's good. I love when people tell stories, and that's right.
It's a good hook.
Yeah, it's a great hook. Yeah, that's right. So,
dope hook. Well put together. It's got a cool vibe to it. But it's got, that's what I'm gonna say. It's just got a nice vibe to it that you can just rock out. So shout out to him for putting a real song together. That makes sense. I also want to say something to AD. I want to shout out my man Marcy Mike from Guam. I'm gonna send you something to him. He had a problem with the police. What's that?
I think it's Guam.
That's Guam?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What up, Guam?
Hey, what's good?
Shout out to Guam. Guam, I want to shout out to Marcy Mike too, man, because he had sent me some stuff, and I want the Podcraft to check this out. He's put up a GoFundMe, man. Apparently, some injustice was done to him, and his girl. They threw his girlfriend into jail. Her name is Teresa, and I sent it to you, AD. You can put up there's a GoFundMe for her. I can check it out. The whole story's on there. And, unfortunately, some crazy stuff that's happening right now, the days are short, so
Man.
Devil's running fast, knowing his time is short. So it's just wow. So that's him and his family right there. And that's crazy. We didn't even plan that for Guam to come on right at this moment. Shout out to you, Guam. But that's Marcy Mike. That's my Leo brother right there. That's his family right there. And that's cool. It's a stand with Teresa McCoy against injustice, and it was kind of messed up. So, yeah.
Okay, so we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, Guam?
I was trying to bring in DJ Soldier, but his WhatsApp didn't connect with the group meeting. So I have to find another way.
Yeah, we'll get him up in here next time. Next time, maybe Wednesday or stuff like that. If it doesn't work, then he's going to build with us on the roster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The origins of roster and the real meaning of roster and things of that nature.
19, and salute to all the people uploading their music. You're getting better.
Yeah,
that's right.
And we got some stuff we doing. Me and Guam. So a lot of people have been talking about it. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving, Guam. We gotta do a correct joint, man. I mean, stick around. Yeah. But we have to do a correct joint on it, man.
We'll do.
What's next, AD?
Next up, we've got Samo Hyung from DC with a song called Hall of Fame. It's a MP3. Here we go.
The abbot has been very hospitable to you. Who is your master? Pujio. Before he was known as Yang Lan. That's good. Who'd have guessed that we'd have the same master? You are a traitor to the Shaolin, so you can't say we're brothers. It doesn't matter. We still have the same master. Because of that.
Penny Mark Twain with an ink stain. Round the sound of music with the rapper cane. They say I'm on point and I'm off the chain. Never use Father Lord's name in vain. Eddie Kane suited up, sing along. Wanted all the smoke like I'm teaching Chong. Running through the game like I'm Donkey Kong. On that Biggie Smalls like you dead wrong. I'm shooting that success with that ding bong. My Canadian Shanghai, shout out to Lay Wong. My bigger song, stick to your neuro. Paper chase the euro while I'm maxing out the duro. Tell them you know. 36 chamber, this one a banger. If the
mass appeal, cinematic Steven Spiel. Out the broken window with the view to a thrill. Sipping rice wine, smoking on daffodil. Rhyming lines cost a grill, bust down a lure chill. Reminiscing Benny Hill, just thought I'd keep it real. Lemon squeeze and go to seal. My soldiers know the drill, keep it moving, standing still. And if it will, let the guillotines fly. Because the truth of the matter ain't no need for a lie. I tell them why. It's 36 chamber, this one a banger. If the picture ain't clear, then grab a hanger. Lights, camera, action, the entertainer. Let's put some plaques on the wall, the Hall of Fame up. 36 chamber, this one a banger. If the picture ain't clear, then grab a hanger. Lights, camera, action, the entertainer. Let's put some plaques on the wall, the Hall of Fame up.
For someone who's a Shaolin monk, your kung fu's really lousy. You don't have any power. Let me teach you how to use it.
Fire.
Chamber style.
That was cool. That sounds like
Chamber style.
like he's gonna be out more. Like we're gonna hear more of him. That was cool. That for everybody at home. Let's see. That was Sammo Hyung from DC Hall of Fame. All the links are gonna be in the description. What y'all think?
Keep making your music, man. It sounds dope. Doing your thing, man. Killing it.
That's fire.
Dope, right?
That's fire. Yeah, it was dope.
I would buy that.
Yeah. Man, Shauna is, Shauna with Ludacris is beautiful for no reason. No, things be popping up. It's just like, this girl's could have been a model.
Man.
All right, you ready for what's next?
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Sin 711 from New York, Port Knox, Strong Island, BKQU, BX Harlem. Song is called Hold Up. And here we go.
Harlem. Wait, he from Harlem?
Yeah. Interesting track with a sample like that, because it's so dominating on the volume on the mix. I would probably bring the drums up so that they're more prominent. So because that sample is so you know what I mean, it can flood out artists if they were going to rap on it, if you even want to have a rapper on it, which I think you probably would. So I would probably bring the snare up, make those kicks a little stronger, and make that more solid with the beat, the drums, and make that ooh like a like kind of a background sample. You know what I mean? A little bit more pushed back, just to give more room for the artist. You know what I mean? That's how I would mix it. You don't have to mix it like that. It's just that's my opinion. What y'all think?
I could hear like somebody with a lot of energy on that one. So I mean, I think it's a good beat overall. You know what I mean? I don't think you gotta do too much. I mean, I think if the person comes with the right energy, I think that's the right sound. You know, but yeah, I mean that's really it. I mean, I think that if you come on with the right energy, right expression, you already got it. So there you go.
There you go. I like that, KB.
Very experimental. That's different from me from Harlem. You know what I mean? That's very money making Manhattan. Shout out to Harlem World. That was different, very experimental, dope. You know what I mean? It just gave me a different whole vibe. Shit, I don't want to go kill nobody though. But it gave me a different type of vibe. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah, yeah, you got it. Man.
Yeah. I just want to say, just remember that reggae is drum and bass. So you add the drum and bass, and then you got them. Just add that drum and bass, and maybe like AD said, take the vocals out for the MC can rock on it, or bring it lower. But you got it.
That's dope. You heard that from a real producer, man. Shout out to DJ Guam.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, King. And AD, I sent a track on last Monday. I didn't get it aired on the show, but if you can, check the receipts.
Okay.
Thank you, King.
All right.
Please continue.
Yeah. Okay, next up we've got FG Postmortem with a track here from it's called Under the Stars, produced by Tyrus White.
Under the stars now, Gucci bar. Under the stars now, gotta ruin the star. Under the stars now, with the Gucci bar. Under the stars now, ruin the star.
The stars like planet Ariel, or out on the east end of LI with no light pollution. Used to lay next to her up all night looking at the stars in her eyes. Got me under the influence. The love we used to make was stupid. Getting dumb under the stars like firmament. Made me feel like I was Superman. Now under the stars in some foreign land.
Under the stars now, with the Gucci marker. Under the stars now, gotta ruin the stars. Under the stars now, eating the Gucci.
Might be looking up at the same ones at the same time, thinking about the love that once was. Locked in a feeling, hold up, or while you were sleeping, I was thinking about us. Hear the thunder come once the lightning struck, the storm under the stars, blocking the sun. But it still shines like some lightning bugs. Even though she wasn't my wife, she acted like she was. Still getting high. It was hard to lie to her, just wanted to lie under stars with her and start over. Warming up my heart that got colder, willing to go to war for her, like a known soldier. Hear the drum roll when the punchlines fold you. She was the best part of waking up like Folgers. In your cup of mug, not hungover, just making love under the stars, still out in the morning.
Yeah, come on.
Classic style.
It's nice.
Yeah, the saxophone.
Yeah.
I like the choice of beat. I think that's a good tempo for FG Postmortem. That's cool. What do you think?
Solo.
Yeah, that was a very entertaining song. You know, I like the fact it made me think of somebody. So I think that was a very entertaining beat. Definitely a great song overall. You know what I mean? Keep doing your thing, SG Postmortem. That was very entertaining for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said how I feel already, man. That was dope. More Guam.
If I had never heard this song before, I would pick it up if it was on vinyl. If it was on vinyl, I'd pick it up.
Nice. All right, this next
I
one.
like the sax.
Hell yeah. It's very sexy. Next now we've got Coverboy from Mother Africa and China with a song title called All Bets Off.
Mighty Ebro said the beat is banging. And I was born. There comes a time when the world don't be knowing. Flowers won't grow. That's smooth.
Smooth.
That's smooth. Smooth as ice cream.
To that 70s vibe.
Yeah, Coverboy always stay consistent with the loops and just the smooth style, everything about it. He's always consistent. Either it's a story, but he doesn't. He put the right ingredients inside the pot, man.
So I could hear somebody on that right there. Almost sound like a Rick Ross joint at first.
I could eat that song.
But I know you would kill it. Yeah.
It was
Same
dope.
thing.
Keep it up, Coverboy.
There you go.
I mean, some cool in the game, man. Something Barry White would rhyme on.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Keep it up, King. I love the cowbell.
Right. Oh. I need more cowbell. No more cowbell. What we got next?
Tore it up.
Next up, we've got David J. Blazer from San Pedro.
Let's go.
With a song called Fuck It.
denomination. All of the same churches, same guy.
Sorry, you giving it up?
That's the way you said it.
Purpose is worthless. You don't deserve shit. Rhyming on time and with the cadence. Versatile styles.
Yo.
Voice fluctuations. Doctor for testing me.
This is how you said it.
Try these medications with no mention of the side effects or better options like exercise and meditation, let alone a diet. They don't even want us to try it, mainly due to interference with the cash flow. If they didn't prescribe it, so they have to have you try it. Hope you like it, and if you don't like it, they'll just rewrite it and have another excuses as to why this didn't work the first time. But this is the right shit, and repeating the cycle till we subside and stop trying to fight it. Ancient medicine forbidden for references. Like what? Why is this business intelligence used as justifications to hide this shit? Giving us the knowledge of it all. The banks didn't like it. You know, the elite don't like it. We have the power in numbers while they plan to divide us. Make it think so bad, we beg for socialism. But the chip to reunite us, it came too close with the Camaro dollar. Bitcoin came along. Heck, got better. The butcher evident. Implant chips to enslave us forever. While our freedom is for us to vote between two fake presidents. Meanwhile, skyscrapers keep getting taller while the people on the streets can keep getting smaller. Transfer wealth more often than usual. The 1900s only had a few bad seasons, but the last 2 decades had more events not justified by any real reason. Gobble up all the tangible assets and commodity. I learned this shit as a kid playing Monopoly. Spit in the fire, yet feeling the heat. What a technique, yet the fire on the streets. All oil residue with the grease. Torch carrier by a Greek man to seek all he can. To come to the track meets where the games began. Yeah, like aluminum foil on produce. Keeping my form for several weeks. You can't last for more than an hour before defeat. Fetal position, pissing your sheets in your sleep. Witching hour lit the flower. Meanwhile, fire extinguishers lit the tower. Aerosol sprayed on the wall by aliens 20 feet tall.
That's dope.
Yo, his cadence has gotten a lot better. The flow
That's
sounds
your boy?
better. That's that's
I like
David.
the last line.
It's his cadence is good. Consistency, he's flowing on the beat a lot better. I think that's a good tempo for you. I think you should stay with that type of style. I think you found your style because that was it was a lot more decent than the last submissions you had. The only problem I have on that was that there was no intro. It started and you immediately started rapping. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna do that, let at least like 4 bars start with the track. At least 2 bars of the beat, you know? Let 2 bars of the beat so people feel the flow and then start. You know what I mean? Don't just start off when, you know, right out the gate. Other than that, huge improvement. What y'all think?
It was a cool track. I liked it. I liked it. That was dope. I like the name, like you said, like the cadence. I like that whole thing. You know what I mean? Pause. That was dope. That was dope. All right, I'm out.
Hey.
It was, yeah, keep it up, bro. I mean, your growth is coming. Your growth is there. We see you growing. It's kind of dope.
Nice.
I've been there. I've been there when I made rhyme tracks like that. You're gonna keep getting better, and then like next year you'll be the baddest dude on the planet. Keep doing it every day.
DJ Guam.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're gonna do Guam song. Let's see here. That's the
Thank you again to all the listeners.
Yeah, I'm trying to find you here. Hold on a second.
I just want everybody to know that I want to thank the babies out there and the children. You know what I mean? I want everybody to know that, like, you know, it's all about them at the end of the day. And we are trying to build a future for them. And that's, you know what I mean, that's who's really important right now. So that's my message for right now. Like, that's what I think about. You know what I mean? Peace and love in the children. You know what I mean? So there you go.
Hey.
Thanks and praise.
Okay, it was called Live as One, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
How long will it take for all the people around the world? I said live as one. I'm asking.
Hey.
How long?
Come on.
How long will it take all the people from around the world? must live as one. As one, don't forget our united that we are strong. As one, for us to live out this time, we got to be strong. As one, for us to live out this time, we got to live as one. Oh, we've been divided.
Big up bonfire.
Don't forget our united.
That's you, Guam?
We are strong. Where is that loving and tender care that we had for each other that we used to share? Where is that loving and tender care? I know it's in your heart, so please put it out there. I'm asking, how long will it take for my black race? I might live as one. I'm asking, how long will it take for all the nations and my race? I might live as one. I'm certain as one. All your people, we all must live as one. As one, don't forget our united that we are strong. As one, for us to live out this time, we got to be strong. As one, for us to live out this time, we got to live as one. I hear love and peace crying out, oh, that must hurt. Without unity and trust, it won't work. Oh, I hear love and peace crying out, oh, that must hurt. Without love and trust, oh no, it won't work. I'm asking,
how long?
Hey,
yeah, it's fire right
that
there,
was
brother.
cool, man. Not bad, not bad.
Guam. What Guam?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope, bro.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
fire.
thank you.
That was fire.
That's Rohan Lee from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Downtown.
All the yard dreads be liking your beats, man, because I don't even know what you start with, the guitar or the drums, but that consistency is always there, man. Your hip hop's beat matches that
man,
too.
we're gonna meet sooner than later.
Mhm.
Priest.
Yeah.
Sooner than later. Bring the whole family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Peace
and
and
Rohan, man. That was fire.
Yeah, more. Thank you. Keep loving, keep improving.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt.
Let's go. Last submission is Crip Jesus with Asada Shakur.
All right, this time I'm gonna punch if I fuck up. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Asada Shakur and the whole Shakur family. Yeah. We scream peace, but really it's war. Rest in peace, Asada Shakur. Even though she not dead, she really alive in Havana, Cuba with Tupac getting high. I wanna walk with Jesus like the Coptics. Wonder how police feel if we killed the cop kids. Less workers, more bosses. Less traps and more offices. Nigga laying on the floor, bleeding, body cold, in and out of consciousness. Lose confidence. That's when you finally start to see the common sense that we been living incompetent. My niggas stand tall like monuments. Bonds built between us strong enough to hold continents. Niggas nominated, but they overrated. And they lack loyalty like the Oakland Raiders. I'm on Catalina Island, rolling papers. I'm so LA like the 04 Lakers. Trying to get Sosa paper. Fuck a plug, I wanna grow some acres in Costa Mesa. Yeah, Asada Shakur. We still screaming free Asada Shakur. Even though she not in prison, she chillin', living better than us down in Cuba. Rest in peace to Matulu and all the Black Panther shooters. I ain't talking about a Black Panther movie, I'm talking about the party. The Vanguard, God Body. This is more than just a melody. It's a story from the 70s. She was born in the midst of war, her face heavily. Her name was Asada Shakur, public enemy #1. Allegedly, she had shot a gun, killed the police. Cold heat left his body in the streets. We came a long way from riding boats with the Masons, getting tricked out of land and sold as babies. Now we Aztec warriors. Asada Shakur.
Shout out to Crypt Jesus for that banger
that's
right
fire.
there.
That's fire. He said that you
Killed that. Killed that.
Yo.
Great storytelling, all that.
Like I told you, it's about the relax. You already could tell you've been rhyming for a long time. If you haven't, he's definitely sitting in the pocket. Like professional, and the word choice is dope, and yeah, okay, yeah, no doubt, man. Word, Guam.
That's straight West Coast right there. We give love to the West Coast. That's all day like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out.
All day.
Let me put out a special shout out to Mighty Hebrew. We didn't get to play your song, but we're gonna play it Wednesday. Mighty Hebrew got
Tuesday, tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. So Tuesday. So Mighty Hebrew got an album out right now. That's fire. Make sure y'all go get it. I can't wait to hear the song. But we have to get up out of here. Come on. You know what I mean? Thank you, DJ Guam.
Thank you.
Shout out for everybody coming to the show. And
Vinny.
We gotta get. Shout
out to
okay.
Shout out to
I
Vinny.
have to leave that here then. Yeah, because we're going somewhere after this.
Yeah, shout outs to Vinny. Shout outs to we won't get their podcast right, but shout outs to Raul and Alex. Check them out.
Yeah.
And yeah, we out.
Where do we go from here? Featuring Shake Out the Messenger. After the storm.
What I gotta do is open up my mind and then try to, take it from there where I can build. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna look out for me. To the end of the road, out for itself. It's like a red moon, over to back. Fury of the 12 monkeys, left in this cold world hungry. We kill over blood money. The cops seem to think it's funny. We murder over pennies and crumbs. Plenty of guns crammed in the city slums. The man pity none but his next millennium. Kids starving when they breathe, you can see their kidneys and lungs. They left blind, skinny, and dumb. Sight far from a pretty one, praying to God when will he come. But half of my crew is atheists, while the other half's waiting on the spaceship. I can't take it, screaming life is what you make it. So-called fake friends, they all snakes in the end. Trying to hide their face, trying to blend. One mistake, I see them grin. Trying to say we of the same kin, cause we have the same skin. I live amongst the unholy, we all roll weed, thick as Jamaican roadies. Until the Lord scold me and told me, you be my next Moses. Go save the hopeless and the homeless. With eviction notice, arrive like the infant Joseph. With a grudge to Caesar, like the blood of Jesus. I told the judge they don't love us, we don't love them either. My sword to drink the blood of an unbeliever. My sword to drink the blood of an unbeliever. My sword to drink the blood of an unbeliever. My sword to drink the blood of an unbeliever.
We go from here.
Where do we go from here?
After the storm is clear.
After that storm is clear.
Where do we go from here?
Like nights over to back.
After the storm is clear.
My home is where the cycle rage, spending long nights and cold days inside a fiber cage. Is it the curse of a Bible plague? Welcome to the cyber age. The air's burning like a microwave. The holy land sees miles away. I pour out some Alizé beneath the skies cause the clouds are gray. Jackals prowl the graves of the older slaves. Reptiles are raised from out the cave, they invade. The dirt under my nails got a story to tell. I wrestle with angels like Michael L. Spending nights in jail beneath the hell's dungeon where the drunkest tongue kiss. We all hunted unlit and unwanted. Forgotten city where the air stays hot and misty. I see crack fiends with rotten titties. Switch the top off of whiskey, each block is risky. That's why my shot's empty, till the cops come and get me. I stay in green camouflage. I seen cameras on Mars, already start scanning our cars. World famine at large, they got us trapped like Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. I'm looking for the city of gold. I pity the soul that take humans and start branding them like food cans. It's like the 6 points of a hexagram, resembles the sex of man, worn by children in Bethlehem. I drop the tech out my hand, drop to the earth, caress the sand. Yes, I understand now. I heard a voice say, come hither. I walk while others sliver, lead me to my father's river.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go? After